What's up, guys? Welcome to the first ever episode 123 of the Kind of Funny Gamescast. I'm Tim Gettys, joined by one of the coolest dudes in video games, Greg Miller.
Bazonks!
Oh, no. I don't like
no?
that.
You're just one of the coolest dudes. You're not the coolest dude anymore.
Well, because originally there was the two coolest dudes
Yeah.
were Colin and Greg, and now Colin is...
The coolest dude in historical YouTube Patreon.
Yeah. And joining us together for the first time, all of us, Daniel Dwyer and Andrew Renee.
Hello.
We've had each of you maintaining your number one most recurring guest role on the Kind of Funny Gamescast.
I got the title.
She won't let it go.
Oh, really?
We
I don't know
try.
how many it's been. It's been
Yeah,
like
If somebody gets
3 or 4.
close, God, Tanya Harding
I'm
right to the
here.
leg.
I'm back, guys.
Yeah.
Is there a leaderboard?
Somewhere. I mean, there's a spreadsheet for sure.
Am I the most European, maybe? I'll take
On
that.
Gamescast?
Yeah.
Probably. There was that Snake Pass guy.
Oh, right.
Oh, the Snake Pass? I was
up there.
on when he was on.
You were.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I think you got it.
Yeah,
Accurate.
there's a
Locked
lot
down.
going on here. Kind of Funny Gamescast. Each every week get together, talk about video games, all things we love about them. This is my favorite episode of the year, though. The E3 predictions episode. It's very exciting, and it is brought to you by Patreon producer Tom Bach.
The homie.
Shout out to Tom Bach. You've been super
Thanks,
cool.
Tom.
Yeah, Tom's such a nice dude.
Yeah.
He emails me. He knows it's Kind of Funny Live's coming up. He emails me just like, dude, like, I know you're going through hell. Like, you got this, whatever. I'm like, I appreciate that, man. It's just a little, like, positive reinforcement.
BTW, welcome back to the show, Tim. You weren't here last
I wasn't
week.
here, for a while, it feels like.
Week before even? No, you were here for that?
Gamescast I was
They
on.
all kind of
I
blur
missed one
together.
Gamescast, I missed 2 GOGs.
Gotcha.
What were you doing?
Editing videos for Kind of Funny Live and getting everything planned. And more so than that, planning the things that are coming out after Kind of Funny
Right.
Live to the people.
Like E3, for instance.
For
Exactly.
instance, the
Real
thing
hot
that we
after it.
got to predict. And also, thank you to the Patreon supporters. Here, you can see your names. Thank you. A lot of Patreon talk because we have the Patreon family.
Hey, what's
here.
up?
Yeah.
I
Right.
work on Patreon. Do you
You
work
do?
on Patreon?
I do work on Patreon.
You work on Patreon?
We're like the Justice
Yeah.
League of Patreon.
I like it. I'm a big fan. If you didn't know, What's Good Games and No Clip on Patreon.
What's up?
Fantastic things. You could follow both of them on patreon.com/What's Good Games and patreon.com/.
Daniel Dwyer.
Daniel Dwyer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're future-proofing. You're future-proofing.
Just in case.
Sure, yeah.
It just keeps the Daniel
knows?
Dwyer brand going.
I might sell off No Clip to someone who wants to
have video game documentaries.
edit video game documentaries
Sure.
Yeah.
every day for like 10 days.
You did this to yourself.
But you love it so much.
Yeah. How you guys doing?
Good. I mean, I think we're all like a little frazzled and pre-E3. Obviously, you guys have, Kind of Funny Live 3 also to worry about. Who picked that date?
Yeah, Tim. Who picked that date?
I think it's a great date. E3's fucking easy.
I love it. So, I mean, this is a fun time capsule because it's recording before Kind of Funny Live 3, posting the Friday before Kind of Funny Live 3 for Patreon supporters, and then YouTube regularly. But yeah, it was last night, Jen was like, oh, yeah. I'm like, did you guys pick June 3rd because of Kind of Funny Live 3? I'm like, no, we booked June 3rd because the weekend before when we wanted it was already booked. And like, it just worked. It worked out fine.
It worked out well because the thing is, last year we had Memorial Day weekend, which was awesome because it gave people a chance to be here for longer. But we found a lot of people couldn't make it because they had vacations and stuff planned.
Yes.
Family stuff.
So
yeah.
and a lot of family stuff. So we're like, you know what? June 3rd works. And like what we do, like our E3 planning is like Greg has to do a lot of
Yeah, I know. I was
emails
going to
and
say,
stuff.
says the guy who doesn't have to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like planning the live streams and stuff, planning the important shit for E3
Yeah.
is easy as hell.
Right.
We just show up and fucking do stuff.
And you're doing all the reaction stuff here. Right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like
Pre
the
and post
E3
shows,
down
watch
there.
alongs for every conference here, twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames.
Yep. And
Then I'm just gonna say it. If
fuck it.
Patreon folks, if it hasn't posted, just don't freak out. I mean, like it was a big surprise. Then Wednesday we're doing the GameSpot live show in the afternoon and stuff. We'll have a whole schedule out. The GameSpot dragging their heels on it. This Chastity girl, you know her from the Game Over Greggy show, dragging her heels in this
She's
announcement.
wonderful, though.
She's fantastic.
She's trying to hoodwink us. I bet there's some
Hoodwink us.
contract loophole she's trying to get.
well,
through.
it's okay. Just to reiterate, because this is the first time we're talking about RE3 plans proper.
Yeah.
We will be streaming all of the conferences pre-show, during the show, and post-show.
Not the PC one because PC gaming's
Yeah.
down.
So when I say all the conferences, I mean EA, Bethesda,
UB,
Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo's
directing
presentation.
thing,
Right.
Then we're going to go down to E3. We're going to be putting out a bunch of Reacts videos.
YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames.
Gamescast and all that stuff. And then, the GameSpot show
Yeah.
on Wednesday.
Don't say
Which will be
GameStop.
live.
Don't
Oh,
do
it's
it.
so hard. It's
Do
so
it.
hard.
Don't do
You
it.
had the opposite problem.
Yeah.
we've all
Well, I
struggled in
used to
one
have
way.
the opposite problem.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Let's get right into it.
Well, before lay out the rules for the E3 predictions,
Okay.
Because I don't want your
Rules?
bullshit. Yeah, there's rules.
Yeah, Danny.
The
there's
rules are simple. To protect our integrity is the fact that somebody hit me up about this. They're like, hey, wait, how can you do predictions if you went to Judges Week and you know everything? As always, the rules are We only predict things we don't know. If we know, you don't say anything, you don't mention it, you're not going to lose as a prediction.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Now, more
we're not
than
Jeremy
that, though,
Dunham.
I think
We're
people,
not Jeremy Dunham.
people have a warped perception of what Judges Week is.
Sure.
Judges Week is not you go there and they give you all the stuff that they're talking about at press conferences. It's the games that aren't necessarily going to be on the stage.
It's like no first party stuff generally, right?
Correct. Yeah. This year I didn't. Yeah. There was no PlayStation, no Microsoft, no Nintendo. I didn't see any of them. It's seeing other publishers, other developers who are there who understand that their stuff probably will get overshadowed. It wouldn't get as much limelight.
Well, yeah, and in previous Judges years past, like even if first party brings things, it's not like top secret things that aren't announced. You know, it's stuff that's been announced. It'd be like if Activision had Call of Duty hands-on playable at Judges Week. We all know Call of Duty is coming. They've already announced it.
Yeah.
So it's not like shocking to anybody. Stuff like that.
Judges Week is more about playing games than announcements. Am I
Right,
correct in
100%.
saying that?
Yeah.
So if you're playing it, it's far enough along that it's probably been announced.
It's like a logistical thing to like make sure people have time to. I mean,
Yeah.
apart from the awards element of it, but that's sort of become you know a bit confused now. But
It's a way to digest it and make sure you have the content and you can talk about it ahead of time. And it's those embargoes, right? Like Far Cry 5 is a great example. That where I saw Far Cry 5 down there weeks before it was announced. And then when it was announced, we're all able to talk about it and be able to give it its moment in the spotlight before big old Jack Trenton returns.
Yes.
First prediction. No.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the table. We each have 5 predictions. Topic 1 is PlayStation. Topic 2 is Nintendo. Topic 3 is Xbox. And topic 4 are the third-party groups that are
The best of the rest.
having press conferences.
And I
so
assume-
not Capcom and them, but we're talking Ubisoft, Bethesda, and EA.
To be clear, as always, I'm sure M-Dog is out there ready to tabulate the votes here. It is done down to the decimal. There are half points and little points awarded. So the more detailed your prediction, the better chance you have at least getting a tenth of a point.
And I always add the Tim Gettys Get Hyped moment brought to you by Gatorade. But that's just me.
For the record, never ever been brought. Gatorade's never paid you for this.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
One day they will. If I just keep saying it, that's how things happen.
I don't know if that
so,
DiGiorno
I don't think that's how that works. but-
DiGiorno, man, it worked. It's not delivery. Greg,
Yeah.
hit us off with that PlayStation goodness. Prediction 1.
Now, for the record,
better not pick.
I've made
Better not.
8 here.
Yeah, I gotta
That
check.
way I can feel
Some
it in my
backups.
shorts.
I
I can
also
jump
have some
around.
backups as
Exactly,
well.
exactly.
I bet you don't from Microsoft.
Yeah,
Shortly.
they are. I got a couple good ones for them actually.
The one I'll begin with is this. PlayStation VR lives. The conference reveals no less than 5 PlayStation VR games. No less. 5.
Okay.
That's actually a really good one.
I believe.
New games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unannounced games?
Yeah.
Okay.
5.
All right.
No less than 5 PlayStation VR games.
Yeah, crazy.
I am counting.
He's not.
I am counting.
I think that's a good one. That's a really good one.
I have it here as my number 5. I'm using it here, so stick with me. I'm not going to use this anymore. I'm going to use one of the other 2. You understand how this works? One of the other 3. I am counting in this if Battlefield or Battlefront 2 is like, and we have
So
PlayStation
experience.
Wait,
VR
hold on,
mode
hold
again.
on. Are you reading all 5 of your predictions?
No.
Okay,
I'm
I was
saying,
gonna say that's not
No,
the way.
one,
Okay,
since I
okay,
have the
okay.
bonus,
Cool.
I'm throwing out then. I'm putting. It's no longer a full prediction. It's a star, and this isn't even a prediction. This is an example now that will no longer be used as a prediction. M-Dog, it's an example. Do not count it towards a prediction. That something like, such as Star Wars Battlefront 2 has VR mode counts as a VR announcement. One of my 5. No fewer than 5.
Games that have come out on previous, like other VR systems, that they count? Like if there's a PlayStation
Like if it
it's
was
a
VR
new
version-
announcement,
Yeah,
it
if it was
counts.
like on Oculus or Vive.
Yeah. I think that should count. No, you don't think so? You want original games.
Well, what do you want?
It's your prediction.
It's
It
a
reveals
totally-
no less than 5 PlayStation VR games. I think that you
I
can
think that
reveal.
counts. If you're porting something over, it's still a game.
It's, as always, yeah. If the PC people are over there, they're beta testing it for us, and then they bring it to console. And there's
I'm
nothing
with
left.
you, Danny. I think it's a little sticky, but hey, it's
5
your.
is a lot.
I know it is.
It's a lot less
basi-
exciting
ju-
if it's just.
If
ports.
history says anything, you've been wrong about your PSVR predictions every single
But
time.
if history has taught us anything, one day you'll be right.
Yeah,
If
you're
you
right.
keep making the same prediction, there is a Patapon at a show eventually.
That's Crash Bandicoot will happen.
exactly. Crash Bandicoot. No less than 5 PlayStation VR games announced at the show.
So my
And I
VR,
count ports.
my thing with VR is I was thinking that Dreams would be the big VR thing that they push at all. And I do think that in addition to Battlefront, there will be some type of, like, because last year they showed the Arkham and Final Fantasy and like all those things. There'll be a big game like that, like something that's just like a big experience based on a AAA game. But you're crazy though.
And like that stuff was to, I don't know, bolster the sort of like, we've got X amount of games for PlayStation VR's launch, right? But I also feel like there doesn't seem to be much of a roadmap for the rest of the year in terms of PlayStation
Yeah.
VR, so they need
Oh,
to
yeah,
be
yeah.
like, this is what's going on.
Except for that Paperboy game. You see that thing?
No.
Oh my God, June 6th, special delivery. It's first-person Paperboy.
June 6th, you're
Yeah.
not playing that until
I know.
Dude,
but,
I'm so excited.
I know. Wow. Throwing them.
Watch out for the dogs.
That Final Fantasy 15 VR thing. Do you guys know? Did that ever come out?
I don't think it did.
I don't think it did.
Pretty sure it did.
I think everyone was like, "This is hot garbage," and Square was like, "Okay."
Yeah. Let me know
walk
Talk
out.
to you later.
or if there's a plan for that. Danny,
All right.
your first prediction.
All right. Horizon Zero Dawn DLC.
Damn it, that was mine.
Damn. Getting in there.
I didn't even think about that.
They have been.
How could you not think
I
about
don't know
that?
because it's like I'm thinking too big picture with Sony,
Right.
man.
I mean, when did it come out? February?
February, yeah.
Super surprising. They immediately said that we're going to make DLC because it sold so well and because it's awesome. And they've been like entirely tight-lipped about it since.
Yeah.
Like nothing's come out. So that to me says they're waiting until E3.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh, I'm all about that.
Can't wait. And it'll be, that game was so much fun. I've gone back multiple times and done like side quests and stuff that I missed out.
Sure.
I wish the New Game Plus thing was a little bit better fleshed out. It's kind of like, it's not as bad as Zelda, but it's a bit like, oh, we just load you the last save and do what you want. So I'm hoping that maybe, more interesting backstory into Aloy and stuff like that comes into it. But yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
it won't
definitely.
be though, right? Like I feel like when they do it, it'll be like we told her story, so now it is.
really?
We found a new encampment. There's this new villain, not villain,
Play
but
as
there's
Rost.
Oh yeah, what's he up to? How's he doing?
Not much.
It was rough taking care of that baby. Let's hear more about that.
That would be a fun piece of DLC. Baby Aloy comes
And
back.
that'd be another great VR concept of you put it on, you are Rost, and you have to like rock it. It's like we all saw how successful.
No one wants to take care of a
the
baby in VR.
Hey, 1-2 Switch wanted to. 1-2 Switch
They
wanted
did want to.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
They
Once
wanted
you said a lot of
many things. All right.
Is that the end of your prediction?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now here's what I love.
about that.
Here's what I love, Andrea. Now it's done. It's over for you. You can capitalize on this because he left the door too wide open. Because I have this on my predictions. This is number 8, the Horizon Zero Dawn. You put a release date window on it. You put something on it. You say it stars a new character. You can spice up. He's giving you tofu. I want you to make pad thai. Go.
It's like Price is Right. Bullshit.
No, I appreciate that, but I have another prediction I want to get out before somebody else takes it.
Okay.
And that prediction is Bloodborne 2.
Oh, damn it. That was on my list.
It might not necessarily be number 2, but it'll be a follow-up to Bloodborne.
Okay.
Fair.
Will it have the name Bloodborne?
Yes.
Bloodborne something.
Okay.
Yes, because that was a very definitive exclusive in the brand new PS4 when it first came out. Like, it was a fantastic exclusive for them to kind of lead their new generation with. And obviously, fans want more. It was great. So,
Sure.
I mean, it was way too hard for me to finish. But for people who love that kind of punishment in a game, I think that this makes sense.
Safe bet.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
There was that Reddit thread a while back of a game called, was it Phantom Whale or something, which was the team from Software doing a Bloodborne sequel, but maybe not Bloodborne exactly, but it's like, more hand-to-hand combat. I think it was like Chinese or something, sort of Dynasty era thing. Again, could be total nonsense.
Yeah.
But would they deviate from Bloodborne right away? Probably not, right?
I don't think so if it's on PlayStation. If it's on a different system, I think that they would,
All right, yeah,
obviously.
maybe.
But yeah.
Exclusive?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good shout.
Okay.
Strong.
My first one.
Thanks.
We will get an update on Shenmue 3. It won't be much. But that ends with an announcement of Shenmue HD Collection,
You're right.
fall 2017.
Disagree. That's never happening.
I'm not so sure about that
Get
either.
hyped.
Is that your Gatorade get hype?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you got to start off with that. It's been way too long. There's been too many trademark leaks of this HD collection. I don't think Shenmue 3 has much to be said about it,
Right.
but I do think that it's worth talking about just to get to the collection.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I think it's just way too much work to redo those games for such a small audience that
Right.
would buy them.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
Sega's
like-
been doing it though. We got the Bayonetta and Vanquish PC ports. Like I'm not thinking it's
I
impossible.
feel like that upscale is probably easier than, Shenmue came out on the architecture of the Dreamcast is so weird as well. Like there was no PC versions of Shenmue, right? It was only Dreamcast.
I think
I don't
so.
know. Then
But
it was
again,
on Xbox. for
Oh, was
Shenmue
it
2.
really?
Shenmue 2 was Xbox.
Okay, I don't know. I feel like we're gonna be waiting forever for this new
Oh,
Shenmue to come
yeah,
out.
yeah.
So maybe they'll announce a new HD release, but then not release it for 3 years.
That
Halfway through the Shenmue 3 development cycle.
yeah. I can buy that. I'm saying this year
Halfway
just as because of all the trademark stuff that's been going on, because it's been this this whole year
Yeah.
since last E3, there's been a whole bunch of Shenmue news on the morning shows come up a bazillion times. So
Shen News. New
Shenmue.
segment.
Shenmue news.
New morning show
Once every 2
segment.
years.
All right.
All right. What you got?
It's one that, again, is one that gets predicted quite a bit here. Sucker Punch's game is revealed.
Yeah.
It's a new IP. There is no release date in the trailer, no gameplay or anything beyond the trailer.
You just cover all your bases. That would the tactic? Okay.
This is what happens when you go toe-to-toe with Colin Moriarty for a decade, and then you learn that he's going to always try to get it. He's always going to, and he never did, but I always wanted. So that's what Sucker Punch, new IP. It's not Infamous.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time, right?
Yeah, I feel like the infamous... it petered out a bit. Second Son, like I
Sure.
like Second Son, but like you're right. I think it's time for them to do something exciting.
And it was the fact that it was 2 E3s ago that we had Shuhei Yoshida on the E3 live show, and he was holding over Colin and I's head that he'd already played whatever Sucker Punch's next working prototype was. Like, duh.
Yeah, the timing definitely feels right. And going off of what Sony's done with their conferences the last 2 years, where it is just game, trailer. They really have that roadmap, and a lot of the games, like there's the Death Stranding and Last of Us that are like obviously way far out, but then there's like a whole bunch of games leading through the calendar years, and I think that this is a good thing to kind of put out there because we already know from as things move up, we need to know more shit that's coming later. So that makes sense. I'm into it.
All right. God damn it. Now I want to try some of my more difficult ones.
Okay,
There's
good.
too many softballs here. Okay.
Well, you got to get the softballs while you can. You
Yeah,
got to
that's a
go
good
to the
point,
deep
actually.
cuts later.
That's a good point. Okay, we will have a extended gameplay presentation of The Last of Us Part 2.
You crazy.
Oh, really?
Crazy.
There will be like 5,
Nope.
That's
no
a
way.
hard
10
no.
minutes.
Never going to happen.
1 to 5 minutes.
No.
So here's the thing with that.
No
is
date.
Sony has not done gameplay demos.
They did
Like last year.
Days Gone, man. Last year they had like 20
Yep.
minutes of that game.
that was a gameplay demo.
Okay,
That's
you're
correct.
right. That is true. That is true. But I'm sorry. I'm talking about on stage, like some dude standing on stage. playing
Oh, okay.
stuff.
No,
there's
I-
video.
the
But
Bruce
if
Straley
you're-
move.
if you're just talking about video of gameplay,
Yes.
Okay.
No. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because
let
last
me-
year there was no one on
No,
stage. It was
no
just
giant
videos.
enemy crab. We're gonna have. Yeah, they're just gonna play
Yeah.
show gameplay.
No way.
Huh?
Especially with Uncharted Lost Legacy, I don't think that they're
not
going
banger
to
enough.
focus on that. It's not what?
Banger
Uncharted's
enough.
not enough
That's
of
a
a
big.
banger.
That means it's
At
a
PSX
big
deal was
deal.
very clear. He said this is a long ways away. Like
Yeah.
this is his little
I think
sneak
at
peek.
best you'll get another trailer / cutscene kind
I
of
like
thing.
your optimism though.
Yeah, I don't.
Because they wasn't
really
too
don't.
long
Maybe if
ago,
I
felt.
want it, I'll will it into existence.
Druckmann, put up the photo
Put it out
of
into the universe.
the woman from Westworld in the ping pong ball suit
yeah.
doing her thing over there. So maybe they introduced that character in a vignette or something. That
Or maybe in a gameplay.
A 1 to 5 minute
1 to
game.
5 minute gameplay. Okay. There will be a Destiny 2 exclusive PlayStation Strike showcased.
That's strong.
Obviously, PlayStation has an ongoing relationship with Activision. They have an exclusive content deal with Destiny specifically and with Destiny 2. So, of course, with Destiny 2 coming out in September, they got to show something on stage. I think they're going to show talk about the PlayStation exclusive strike.
Okay.
What did you think? I haven't talked to you about it since the event. What did you think of Destiny 2?
I loved it because I
Yeah.
love Destiny and I
Yeah.
still play Destiny, but it's Destiny 1.5.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, we could get into that on another
That's
time.
a whole other show. Okay,
But
my
I mean,
apologies.
I think it looks great. I'm really excited to play it. I'm super excited for Destiny 2, particularly for the stuff that they're doing with clans and with the guided games
Yeah.
and things like that. But yeah, it doesn't feel like a true sequel.
When it comes out, I want to play with you.
Yes, let's.
Okay.
I don't want to play with either of you. I don't like that game.
You guys have a kind of funny clan, don't you?
Oh yeah. There's like a million of them, but it's just like I don't know.
We'll make an official
It's so
one.
it's so intimidating to jump in with our audience that's like super into Destiny. I'm like, nah, Andrea will be nice.
That's true. I will.
Not that you want to be nice, but you all want to pull me through the raids. I hate that. I want to experience it. I want it
Yeah.
all ruined for me.
So this one,
Here we go.
we getting in there.
Get out.
There's fucking layers to this shit.
Ooh.
All right. Dude,
Okay.
If you started with Shenmue, I can't wait to hear this.
I like having fucking fun with this shit. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite trailer. Whole bunch of character reveals, like whatever.
Miss Marvel?
People expect that shit. Yes. All the MCU. Like, if they have a movie, they're going to be in this fucking
Well, I meant like Kamala Khan.
Oh. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
That sucks. Stop being racist.
Feature some Capcom characters. This is the segue into a Capcom bombshell. So here's the thing. Last year we got Resident Evil 7, and that was like, holy shit, as a surprise. Devil May Cry 5 or Resident Evil 2 Remake. One of the two. And the Marvel vs. Capcom trailer is going to be the segue into it. Now the get hype moment, Dino Crisis.
I forget.
I want Dino Crisis.
The get hype moments are the ones you don't count, right? That's just you playing around.
That's just me playing around. The rest of it, though, my prediction, really boiling it down.
Of course, they're gonna have a Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite trailer.
No,
of course
for sure.
they will.
But I just like adding. Greg likes adding the bonus points to get more points. I just like adding the bonus points.
No, that's a good bonus, though.
I want the segue to go in. The real prediction is either Devil May Cry 5 or Resident Evil Remake 2 will be at Sony's
I like how you do this.
Yeah.
Because it's the things you were asking for are outlandish.
Yeah.
But if they happen, they're just
Yeah,
like
it's
Hail
brilliant.
Marys. They're
Yeah.
just amazing.
It's one of those like, if it actually comes true,
Yeah.
people are like, holy shit, Tim called it. Hashtag Tim was right, blah, blah, blah. And if it doesn't happen, nobody remembers. Nobody on the
I'll
internet
tell you,
cares.
I'm speaking for the people. This is what the people want. This is what the people are predicting. If Sony was listening to me, they would be like, oh shit, I should probably get on this.
And out of business.
I don't know if Resident Evil 2 plays as good in 2000.
Well, that's a remake, right?
It's the remake.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean,
So
they,
it's got
they
modern
announced
controls.
this thing years ago, and I doubt it'll ever come into existence. But if it's going to be at this.
Oh, did they
fucking
announce
E3.
they were going to do
Yeah.
it before?
Yeah, they announced Remake 2 a long time ago.
Like post GameCube remake or
Yep.
post like all.
Yeah, like
Yonks
maybe
ago?
4 years ago.
All right.
They announced
that
that
was
they were going to do it. But I think Devil May Cry 5 is the more likely thing because it makes sense with my prediction of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite trailer featuring Dante.
Five. Wait, there was five. There was a fifth Devil May Cry.
There was a fifth game, but it was called DMC. It was a
Right,
reboot.
of course, yeah. Okay. All right.
All right. My third one. See, I played a win. Tim playing for his Gatorade fun moments over there. I want to continue.
You gotta have the opposite ends of the spectrum. Yeah.
Running on, or playing on, or some version of shown on PS4 Pro is said or listed on the screen at least 5 times.
Okay. Okay.
That's a good one.
They go into the trailers. They do this thing, and it just pops up in little white text.
I
Just running
almost
PlayStation
doubt
4
it.
Pro. Yeah.
I almost feel like they'd want to avoid that with what Scorpio's
See,
doing.
but that's my point, is that I think they understand this E3 is going to be dominated by Scorpio, so let's keep it in people's mind that we do have something. We have a PlayStation 4 Pro. There is we have an answer to, we have an analog to what you're about to hear.
I see them doubling down the other way and just being like, we got games.
Games, yeah.
Sure.
You know, and not
Well,
even,
it still shows that you have games.
I know, but like not even worrying about it. Just more like
So why do they even make it?
confidence. Huh?
So why did they even make it there?
Because there's people that enjoy it, Greg. That's why.
I will tell you this about the PlayStation 4 Pro.
It runs PlayStation VR quite well.
I used one for the first real time of like getting into the guts of it when we were doing the Friday the 13th stream. Definitely downloaded faster, but I was more impressed with how fast the menus navigated. And this goes back to my point with the PlayStation 4 Pro of how badly they bumbled the messaging of this. Because clearly it's aimed at me, PlayStation fanboy, and it should have just been, hey, the downloads games faster. Hey, you can do 5G whatever Wi-Fi. Hey, look at how fast the menus go. And I'd be like, oh, how fast does it sync trophies? Really fast. Oh, fuck. All right. Well, cool. That's what I wanted. Oh, it does 4K. Whatever. I don't fucking care.
What if Scorpio comes out and that's what they say? That it's like, yo, the menus aren't as bollocks as they've been for the past 4 years.
Sure. I'll be like, man, I never turned it on. I never turned on in Xbox One.
Can you see how fast you can load Hulu on this thing?
Danny.
You want me up? Fuck. This is so competitive. This is more competitive than I was expecting.
You're underprepared.
I am woefully underprepared. Okay. We will get gameplay, a gameplay demo, and a release date window. Not like a date, but like a
Fall.
Summer.
early
Yeah.
2018 or blah, blah, of everyone's favorite David Cage game.
Oh, Detroit.
Become Human. They'll roll that out again.
Okay, give me the specifics
Also,
again.
okay, actually, I'm going to add one. We're going to have a date window. So
Okay.
like a month, maybe not a specific date, but like Q1 2018, a gameplay demo. Not somebody playing on stage, but just showing.
Like they
Video
did it
gameplay.
last year,
Like-
right? Wasn't it with the guy and the girl on the edge, or was that Gamescom?
I can't remember.
That was
But they did show
E3,
something.
but
I thought
wasn't
they
it just
showed
a trailer though.
No, they played it, and I'm going to add something to it. They're going to reveal 2, and this is a bit subjective, famous quotes for the podcast listeners, actors in there as well.
Okay, 2.
2.
Whew.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And they'll also have children that speak with French accents. No, they won't have that. That's my drop the mic
Yeah.
bit.
That's your Gatorade moment.
Last year, I'm pretty sure they might have been like a quick gameplay thing, but then it ended with like a trailer of like, it can go a bunch of different ways.
Right, yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I remember that, yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right, I buy that.
Cool.
I don't know about the 2 actors though.
It was too much of a boring guess otherwise.
Got it.
My
Okay.
problem with the
Spice it
dates
up.
is that I don't know what they've been so gun shy about doing that, where
Yeah.
they really don't say,
Especially with
spring this. Yeah, well, especially with that.
Quantum
Yeah,
Dream,
exactly.
yeah.
That's the whole thing with, Spider-Man, God of War, Detroit. Like, when are those games coming? We don't even really have hints, right? Like, it was John Garvin said something about Days Gone, and then he's like, but it could also. It's like, wait, what is it? What is it? What are
Yeah.
you thinking?
I think if Sony has learned anything from the last couple things is that they shouldn't put release dates
Yeah.
until it's ready. But like, I also don't think that it really matters in the grand scheme of things. People being upset about delays and stuff, I don't think actually affects the bottom line at all.
Sure.
So
I think you can also really easily go the other way with it too, where it's like, okay, great, another Detroit demo. Like, when's this game coming? I'm sick of hearing about it. Give me some information.
yeah, Andrew.
I'm torn
Yeah.
between which one to go with next. But I think I'm going to go with gameplay, release window, Spider-Man.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't think we'll get a hard date.
Yeah.
I think we'll get a window, but we'll definitely see extended gameplay. We saw like a tiny little snippet when they announced. I think we'll get something that's more than 5 minutes in length.
Whoa.
Wow.
Awesome. I'm with you up until the 5 minutes thing. Greg Miller has put in my mind that this game is so far out that like he's kind of convinced me of that. But over time, fuck that. I believe Spider-Man's going to be here. I think 5 minutes is a bit long though, especially when you're looking at all the games that they have at their conference.
But it's a big Sony thing.
That was huge.
I mean, like, it's a gigantic license for them, right? Spider-Man sells even when they are like the shitty games that Activision's trying to sweep under the rug. They sell lots of copies. And every time I've ever done a Spider-Man video at any conference, whether it be Comic-Con or PAX or E3, it's always my most viewed video.
Yeah.
When did we post gameplay on GameSpot of Spider-Man stuff? It was always just like whoop for like, oh sure,
So, like,
okay.
I mean,
IGN's been
bring
doing the road to
goods.
E3, which is them talking about games. And the Spider-Man video, I want to say, was close to 1 million already, and it's just it was like immediately.
No, there's definitely hype.
Movie
One of my
coming out
most
as well?
wanted games. Yeah.
That's soon, right?
Yeah, the movie's
Yeah.
July 7th, I
Yeah.
think?
Oh, right, real soon.
Here's what I'll tell you, because I'm not making any Spider-Man predictions. I don't know anything. I have no hard facts. I've heard enough scuttlebutt, waveform. I'm picking up the Wi-Fi's, the murmurs around the industry.
Tinfoil
That
hat.
I'm not ready to back down on the fact that this isn't this is not coming this year. But I've heard enough scuttlebutt where I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna find out if I'm right or wrong on this one.
All right.
Because at E3, it's just seemed like, cool, you're not showing much because you don't have much. You don't even have a fucking title. Like, clearly this is awesome and this is coming and great. But it seemed last year it seemed like that, and so I thought for sure. But the scuttlebutt I've heard is people are actually like, I don't know. I'm like, fuck, really? Like, I can't in my wildest dreams believe it's this year.
Yeah.
And I stand by that prediction from forever.
I agree with you. I really don't think it's coming out this year, but I think we'll see a lengthy look
Sure.
at it this year.
I hope so. I mean, I desperately want that game.
I don't want to ruin anyone's prediction here, but the Avengers game. Do you think that we see that at anything at all? Even
Does somebody have
teaser?
a prediction about this that we should
No.
hold off on?
I don't have it.
I don't have a prediction about
either.
it either because I don't think we're going to see it this
Yeah,
year.
me neither. I'm interested if they mention it though. If they mention building the Marvel games universe. I don't know where they would do that though.
I've made this prediction before on just predicting. I still think it could easily be Xbox.
I think that is something we might see at D23 later this summer.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that we're going to see it at E3 because it's not ready yet. D23 is back this year.
Yeah.
They've already come forward and said that they're having a games specific presentation
Yeah,
at
that makes sense, that
D23.
makes sense.
If you're going to show, a Marvel property anywhere, that would be a fantastic place to show it.
Good call.
Right. I just feel like with Spider-Man coming to PlayStation 4 exclusively or whatever, I feel like you sit there and you're like, well, what could Xbox possibly do with this conference? I think them coming out and being like, hey, we've had a great partnership with Crystal Dynamics in the past with the two Tomb Raider games. Now we're excited to announce that
that's
this
a good
Avengers
call.
game is, and that would be the one where it's like, oh, fuck, shit.
Yeah. All right. My next one. Death Stranding will be there
How?
yet again.
Oh!
In
With-
what form?
Celebrity actress Emma Stone officially announced.
Fuck you!
Yeah.
Fuck
There's been
you!
so many rumors
Was
of
that
it.
on your list?
It's
Yes.
fucking
Well,
happening.
it got disproven.
Did it?
The guy who made the art did come out, and it was like they had a whole thing about it where it's like that. But I still
Oh
think
no, even fuck the art. Like, there's been so many other things of just like random, like her walking out of the studio that they're working on stuff and things like that.
that one stinks because that was, I thought, my
I'm with
fucking slam dunk. I'm gonna look awesome when this happens.
You got to do the slam dunk first.
Well, I mean, I did. PSR
I got too
lives.
many slam dunks. This is gonna be the fucking year of Dreams 3. Get hyped, man. Shenmue and fucking all this shit's gonna be great. What you got, Greg?
This is gonna be not a complicated one, but I'll give you. I have a Gatorade Get Hype movie or whatever. Good
Hell
moment
yeah.
for you. All
Let's
right.
go.
Gran Turismo Sport gets a release date. It's this fall. Gatorade Get Hype. They ain't fucking hitting that date, you idiots. Not chasing hell. But they're gonna come out and be like, here it is. We said summer forever ago. It's actually fall. They walk off, and then 2 months later, a press release on the blog like, we need more time. The bumpers don't shine enough.
Danny.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, how long is the presentation going to be, do we think? Like 90 minutes or something?
Probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
90.
okay.
They show all the montages of all the stuff that they have. Like, they love just showing montages of, like, this is what happened, blah, blah, intro, montage, all that stuff. They won't show No Man's Sky once.
That's
mean,
a solid
Sure,
guess.
yeah. Okay.
It's also so long ago that I don't think that they
But
would.
they always do they always show all the old games, like the catalog of games. Like, they always go, boom, here's like all these games you remember that have already
you
come
mean
out.
like the montage at the
hype,
beginning
yeah.
or at the end or whatever?
At the end, they'll show all the stuff they've announced. The
Yeah.
start one is always like, hey,
They didn't
you
have it
you
last
like
year because last
PlayStation?
year they had the orchestra, which was fucking awesome.
Oh, really?
Do we
Dope.
think the orchestra returns?
No.
No.
Which is really upsetting,
Expensive.
but it was awesome.
Orchestras are cool when you're there. I don't want to see an orchestra
Are you
in a
fucking
live
kidding me?
stream.
I
That was
liked
the
it.
coolest thing
Yeah,
ever.
I thought it was awesome too.
Get hyped, man.
Orchestras. Yeah, they're not going to show one.
Okay.
I like. Sorry.
No, are you done?
I think it's because Sony
Keep going.
is super bitter about that in a way that is kind of like fucked up. So that's why I think.
No Man's Sky.
Not because No Man's Sky is like terrible game, although we could talk about that for a while. But I think it's just like the whole like Shuhei throwing Sean Murray under the bus thing, that whole thing. That's kind of why. I think they're just like wiping their hands
it
clear of
clean,
it a
yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
New cinematic trailer, gameplay, release date, God of War.
Yep.
How specific release date?
Like a date, like a
Okay.
specific
Oh,
date.
like-
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Month to year. All right. Cool. Okay.
Is Cory Barlog come on stage?
No, I don't. I think they're gonna do.
Just
Well, I mean,
trailer.
that was another prediction of mine, so I'll wait.
Fuck
No.
it. Dude,
Sorry.
use your last
Sorry.
prediction now. We'll give
Well,
it to
no,
you.
I might change my mind about
Okay,
what
okay.
my
I
last
like
one's
that.
gonna be. But I think. I mean, this is a flagship first party title for them. So like, and as of right now, we don't really have like a solid date for something in the fall
Yeah.
for PlayStation. So I think we'll see a date, we'll see gameplay, and we'll get a new
would
cinematic
be
So
trailer.
just
That's it.
the get hyped prediction. What is the God of War date? Month. Obviously, we're not going to choose.
I
the
mean,
exact
like,
day.
I would love something in November. That might be too soon, so it could be like February.
I think February.
So yeah,
But the
I'm
problem-
not gonna pick the exact date.
Yeah, that's
For
that's
the
to say.
bonus points, no.
February 21st.
Nailed it. That's the problem I have is like trying to figure out which one of these Sony exclusives will be the first to come out of the gate.
Right.
Where is it? Detroit? Is it God of War? Yeah,
It needs to be
Spi-
something like a
Spider-Man,
God of
but
War,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like Quantic Dream ain't selling consoles.
Sadly.
Yeah. I mean, Heavy Rain.
Everyone did
I mean,
really
that's
well.
the thing,
But
is
then
like,
Beyond,
if-
that fucked everything up.
We're probably not going to get a big Sony exclusive in October or November. Just going off the last
Gran
couple
Turismo
years.
Sport.
But I mean, even that I imagine more as like a September game.
Okay.
If anything, right? Then if we did get Detroit this year, which simultaneously feels super likely and super unlikely,
Yeah.
like who the fuck
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
Like that game could be August.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, oh, okay. Or it could be next August. You know, no one would know the difference. What's your last one?
You didn't go yet.
Oh shit, you're right. All right.
Here we go.
They had so much success last year with Crash Bandicoot. There's been so much hype about all of this. They're going to show Crash in some form because the game comes out 2 weeks, 3 weeks after E3.
June 30th, yeah.
Yeah, my birthday. They need to remind people that this is happening, whatever, but they've already shown so much. I thought they were going to save Crash Warped for E3 because that would have totally made sense, but they didn't. They announced that shit last week. So I'm like, there has to be something more here. Now, I don't think that this is a safe prediction because they'd want to see how the game sells first in order to, before like going forward with something crazy like this. However, maybe the pre-order numbers are just so astronomical that they're like, the Bandicoot, man, we need to do something about this. So we get the Crash trailer, talking about the release date, whatever. It'll be there soon. And it ends with one of the following. An announcement of the Spyro trilogy remastered.
Jesus Christ.
Or
Tim is sorry, go on.
Crash Team Racing remastered.
Ooh.
Or, and this is when I'm getting fucking crazy here, PlayStation All-Stars Kart featuring Crash and Spyro. Get hyped,
There's
son.
not a chance in
Get
hell
hyped, son.
of PlayStation All-Stars Kart.
They're like, oh man, Mario Kart. We gotta fucking do this. We gotta figure out.
They did this.
It was called Little Big Karting.
No,
It
that shit
sucks.
sucks. Fuck that. Mod Nation Racer's pretty good. Pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out. Shout out.
But it was no Crash Team Racing.
I'll give you that. I agree
Tim
with
just
that.
lives it for, you're like pining for the bygone
Dude,
era.
I'll never
For, like,
forget the days.
early
Totally.
2000s.
Growing up, being so hyped about E3, not knowing all the fucking insider industry bullshit, and just being like, what do I want them to do?
Right.
That's how I like to
Which
think
is
about
fun,
these
yeah.
things. We know all the fucking safe predictions. I like having fun. When things when I get my way, I'm stoked about it.
Spyro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hell yeah, man. Spyro, bring him back. Little Dragon deserves a better life than what he's being given right now.
What's Spyro doing right now? Do you think he's like
Skylanders.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, you mean making hundreds of millions
Yeah.
of dollars?
Being forgotten,
When
though.
when no one likes you, like nobody that like.
He's the guy in the
I don't
company who
know.
like made the idea, but then the company like monetized it and no one remembers him anymore.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
not even in Skylanders anymore.
Yeah, he is.
He's just is he really?
He is. He has a TV show. Him and Crash talked. It was a whole fucking disaster. Go for it. Greg.
Final prediction.
Final.
I had Horizon DLC on here too. I had Bloodborne 2 on here as well. I may end up said spring 2018 on Bloodborne 2, by the way, but I'm not using that as my final prediction. Don't worry. Instead, I'm going to say, and this is the one where it's hazy. I look into the E3 future, and I see it, but there's still so much fog in the way of it. But Days Gone, I can't tell if it's a trailer followed by gameplay, if it's a trailer featuring a lot of gameplay, because I don't think they're going to give it another big chunk of like, here's like running through and doing this stuff. But it's a Days Gone in-depth something that's teaching us the mechanics to an extent of this game, followed by the release date of September 2017.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I think
Jeez.
it works on a few different levels of Sony Ben, you've been working on this game forever.
Right.
Sony Ben, get the fuck out of the way of The Last of Us 2. You know what I mean? Like, let's get it out the door. It's also time for Halloween. It's got like that vibe to it. I think that might be the way to play it. My only problem is I just think it's a hard sell in terms of all the mechanics of that game. But then again, I also think that Sony might be just looking to cut and run, get the runway clear.
I'd be surprised if it's that far along. However, I do think that that's a solid prediction because, yeah, if it gets into next year, then you have to compete with theoretically God of War and the other things like that. And I don't know if they're going to want to.
When you start balancing this exclusive catalog, where does all this go?
Yeah.
I don't think Detroit's ready. I don't think God of War is ready. I think that Sony Ben has been quiet forever. You know, since what, Uncharted on Vita.
Yeah.
It's a long time. And granted, I think projects got scrapped and all these different things, but I'd like to believe that's how they're going to play them and give them a chance to breathe and give them a chance to get that game out.
I wonder if, because it seems like it was like such a win for them last year that like part of me would think that, the obvious thing they would do is show another big gameplay thing. But I think maybe they've also learned from what happened with No Man's Sky and stuff that they need, like if this game's coming out, they need to, they don't want to overhype it too much.
Yeah.
And if it's another year before it comes out and you've done it again.
My thing
might be
about
too
it is
much.
I just don't, I think you could do it in this window and still get what you're going to get out of it. I think the takeaway, reception for Days Gone widely after E3 last year was flat. Not that it didn't look good, not that it didn't look cool, but it was like, oh, it's a zombie game and they crawl on each other like World War Z. All right, cool. We kind of have that. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Oh, and that's exactly how I felt about it.
Really?
Yeah, I
Wow.
didn't think that they were doing anything original with that game.
Yeah.
I got to see a behind closed doors extended demo
Right.
where they did pique my interest a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the general public didn't get to see that demo.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
and
that was their whole thing of like, yeah, that's what I'm like. They showed like, all right, well, your motorcycle's breaking down and it needs gas, and you need to go scavenge for that thing. And it was like, all right, cool. How do you show that? How do you do it? I think you hit the ground, you give a date, you get people excited with a hype ass trailer. Probably so no gameplay, hype ass
Yeah,
trailer.
I'm with the hype trailer on
That
this one.
and then it's like, all right, cool. Now at E3, journos come in, see this extended demo. They go out and talk
And
about
let
it.
them speak about
we
it.
do a press tour in a month and a half, and then we're pretty much there. And I think it's just let's get it going and hype it up as much as you can because I don't think all right, let's do a preview tour and do this and like another year of trying to hype that game gets it to where it needs to be.
I think Detroit or Days Gone will be in the
This year?
August-September
Right.
slot this year. Not both.
All right. Last one. God, last one. Okay. It's going to be mentioned at some stage. They're going to show something. Sony is the most likely spot for a trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Don't think so.
I disagree. I think Rockstar made their announcement when they did to kind of be like, hey, we're not going to be at E3.
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
Rockstar could like
hate E3.
give two fucks about E3.
They never go
They're
to
like,
E3.
we don't need you E3. Like we stand alone. We're a giant. Like we don't need to show our game at a conference ever.
I know they did that with GTA 5, but I think also they had like such a communication thing with GTA 5. The thing with GTA, I don't know. I feel like GTA is a game that's going to sell no matter what. I feel like they had to like sell what that single player was because it was just a complicated thing. I know we're like the post E3 world when it comes to game announcements, but I feel like Red Dead is something they're going to have to sell a lot more times, and the opportunity to do so, there's not many more coming up if they're going to ship early next year.
Yeah.
So
My thing is, though, I agree with you that Red Dead is not Grand Theft Auto, so it does need a little bit more push, but I don't think E3 is the push. I think that their push is
PSX.
I think even more than that. I think it's like commercials during the sports events and
but I think it's
football
that as well.
Walking
Or Gamescom, yeah.
And I think it's PSX, and I think it's game. I don't know. I feel like they've put out so little about it now that
I feel like
landmark
Rockstar just
trailers.
feels, no, with all due respect to Rockstar, because they're amazing. I just feel like they feel like they're bigger than all of these events. I don't even think PSX.
They are.
I think they'll just do their own thing.
They kind of are,
Yeah,
right?
no,
like
I
they
agree.
don't need to show their game at any of these events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 80 million units. They've got quite a wad of cash that they can
they've also,
buy
like,
commercials with.
Maybe it's the GTA Online stuff, and maybe it's a special case. But I also feel like they have been doing more outreach over the past year when it comes to like gaming communities and like Twitch broadcasters and stuff like that in a way that I can't imagine like Rockstar doing 2 years ago even. So I don't know. I'm hopeful. I've also got a rant. Just it's not really a prediction.
Go for
Gatorade
it.
get hype moment?
They won't mention the Vita once.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
no.
no.
No,
That's
they
100%
didn't last.
true.
They didn't last at E3 either.
Oh really?
No.
All right. Well then they definitely.
If it wasn't for Geocourse, they wouldn't have even done it at PSX this year.
Okay, my final prediction:
There it is. Thanks.
PlayStation esports.
Ooh.
So they've been getting really involved with the Capcom Pro Tour. They've been involved with the Call of Duty World League. Esports is the hot thing that everybody's getting involved with right now. Xbox last year talked about esports and tournaments on stage. I think now's the time for PlayStation to come forward and say, we're getting into the esports game. What that looks like, I don't know.
A shitty app on your PS4.
But clearly they are already have their 1 foot in the door with the things that I've already mentioned. So I think we're going to see more from PlayStation esports at E3 this year.
With the launch of PlayStation All Stars karting.
That sounds more like a PSX thing to me. Like
You think
last
so?
year, they talked about the Capcom thing a bit at PSX and also the Call of Duty stuff.
if they
I see what you're saying, but E3 at its core is for business and for sales and for money and for showboating how much money video games makes. What better way to do that than with the thing that everyone's throwing money at right now?
That's true.
Esports.
But I
VR.
just feel like Sony's done
VR.
such a good job with Your Dreams 1 and 2 where they didn't do that. You know, it was games.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is like now is the time because but in the past couple of years, obviously esports have been around for, decades, right? But like it's been in the last like 2 to 3 years that it's really kind of come to a fever pitch where everyone is talking esports.
Or like entering console.
Right.
Because like on PC, I mean, Counter-Strike or the LoL and Dota, like it was always still there.
Yeah.
But it does feel like it's having more of an effect in the consoles.
Yeah, absolutely. If we're talking about predictions, I have another couple predictions that I feel like are a little lame. And so this one feels like something that is unexpected and that people maybe didn't think about.
yeah.
But the more you kind of line up the pieces is like, well, if they were ever going to get into it, next year's too late. Right? Like they're behind if they get into it next year. Now is the time. And E3 is the place because you want to show to all of your investors, hey, we're getting into the hot thing that everyone else is getting into.
And maybe they like announce now and then do something at PSX. Maybe like
yeah,
some
well,
sort of
the
event.
Oh, sure, yeah, they
Capcom
kick
Pro
off
Tour, I
tournament
think,
or
is
something
coming
like
back
that,
to
yeah.
PSX,
Yeah.
I believe. So
Cool. Interesting.
All right.
Cool. I like that.
My final prediction.
All right, here we
For
go.
PlayStation.
This is the most outlandish, I hope.
I mean, so this is a weird one because it's like it's not outlandish, but it's ridiculous. We're gonna either get Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer or Final Fantasy 7 Part 2 trailer with a release year. Some type of release date
That they won't
something
ever
that
come
they're not gonna
fucking
hit.
close
they just
to.
They're not gonna hit.
just said 3 years or so.
Yep. But I still think, I can't believe they showed it at PSX. I thought there was going to be a one and done thing at E3, but then they did show it at PSX. So I feel like it's either this or that. Kingdom Hearts 3, I think, is a bit more likely, but even that, I don't know. But I just think that they like showing these things.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's not that it's coming anytime soon, but I think that they're going to show one or the other. I don't think it'll be both. The get hyped moment, and this would be the most Square Enix thing fucking possible. Final Fantasy 16 announced. Which I would kill for that. If they were just like, here's the trailer for this, and also Final Fantasy
I think
16.
Stormblood is out like a week after E3 or something. They're probably going to be like,
I don't think they care about that.
I mean,
don't care about the
obviously
thing that
they
makes
do. It's
all of their
making them
money.
I mean, but they don't even care about talking about that. That just fucking happens. They like putting out CG trailers for games that aren't coming for years.
They get renamed a decade later.
It's been a while since they've announced a new game that's 10 years out. So I think it might be time for Final Fantasy 16. But that's the get hype moment. But the prediction is either Final Fantasy 7 or Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer at Sony's.
I like how all of your picks are like 5 picks. Or like, you're like
I-
at
well,
least 2.
I
It's
had a
this or
bonus
that.
pick, but it didn't attach to any of my other picks, and that was that only Andrew House will be on stage, no one else.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Was there any other
Kojima?
dregs? Anything?
No,
you really picked up
I
on?
cleaned out everything in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Ditto.
That is Sony. Next topic. Nintendo.
Never
Predictions for the Nintendo presentation taking place on Tuesday of E3.
We're supposed to have 5 each for this.
5 each for this.
It's gonna get real weird at the end.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Greg, kick us off, right?
Mine get not weird, but I mean this is like whatever. Because here's I think they're gonna come out. They're gonna extend the free online trial period for your Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
We're still gathering data. We're excited about the launch of ARMS. We've seen so much with Mario Kart. We've decided to extend this through the holiday season.
Okay.
That you can try this for online for free because it still doesn't work. And we don't have the app ready.
And friend codes are the worst.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I buy that.
Yeah.
Especially, I'll get back to it when we make some other predictions, but I want to talk about that online service. But okay.
Sounds good.
Go
3
for it.
words. Speaking of Jeremy Dunham, Rocket League Switch.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's
a good one.
really good one.
It's a good fit.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
Super good fit. Makes a lot of sense. They like getting more online games on there. And I don't
We've
know.
talked about it in the morning show. The ability to play it local with Switches
Right.
is what would change it for me. Because the problem I have with it now is the fact that I loved Rocket League playing it before when we played in the office on demos and stuff. And then when it finally came out, went away for the weekend, came back, and everyone's doing amazing tricks. I'm like, well, I can't even fucking. There was a game where I just got fucking shut out, and eventually the guy just drove around me in circles with the ball because he felt sorry for me. I was like, well, yeah, should do this.
So
You know, I'd
reset
be
the playing
excited
field.
about that makes sense too, especially when Nintendo's kind of focus on indie games of that caliber. Like
Yeah,
that
totally.
Type. So,
And it's
and the
print-
multiplayer focus and all that.
It's printing money for them, and like
Yep.
it's going to be a platform that they're going to keep adding to for like another 2 years probably.
Yeah.
So they need to establish it on as many platforms.
And from talking to Dunham a whole bunch of times, they're totally about getting it on as
yeah, they
many
want it
systems
everywhere.
as possible. So.
Super Smash Bros. Switch
Oh yeah.
Deluxe. Super Smash Bros. Deluxe for Switch.
Oh
So
my
basically
God,
what they did with
please.
Mario Kart, but for Smash.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
So that is one of my predictions. That's the one that I wanted to bring this up. I think that they're going to push the online to be free because I think Smash will be the more premium thing when they actually institute the paid online.
Is this a prediction now, or are you just putting a
That's not a
footnote?
prediction. Now I'm
Okay.
just like talking footnote
Gotcha.
about that. So I do buy that they're going to push the online
Extend
to
it?
be
Okay.
to be later because that makes sense because I think that Smash is going to come out early next year in February.
You have any thoughts about date?
No thoughts about date.
Do you have any thoughts on what the Smash port would be?
What do you mean?
New characters?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like what they would add to it
Yeah.
to make it like deluxe? I mean, obviously a new character or two would make sense. I
Those
think.
motherfucking ice
I think
climbers.
if they announce it they announce it in this direct, they announce a new character specifically for this version,
Splatoon kid.
Inklings, yeah.
Ink thing, yeah.
or like an ARMS character or somebody.
Yep.
I don't know. An
yeah.
ARMS character makes sense.
That's good.
So the prediction I have down for Smash was it's going to mix the 3DS and Wii U stuff. So it'll be all the Smash Run stuff in the 3DS and all the stages that were 3DS exclusive and all the Wii U exclusive stages. Put those all together. There was a leaked image that came out a couple days ago that the validity of it is up for
Right.
debate. But that would make a lot of sense. And then, I think Ice Climbers return. I think that they would announce that during this. And then the get hyped moment would be Ribbon Girl or the fucking spring dude from ARMS or the Inklings. But I also can see them kind of holding off for when those games are released in the next month and 2 months after, because Nintendo's all about taking Smash and using it to hype up the other games with their directs and stuff. So like there'll be a direct for ARMS and it ends with an ARMS character, right? So I can see that making a lot of sense. But I don't think we're going to see it this year, but I do think we're going to get it.
You know who I want for their extra character? Is those weird, like, normal-looking humans from Odyssey.
Mario?
Yeah. The guy with the hat on.
There needs to be an Odyssey level, like, right? A place to fight.
Because they have that, like, Wii U trainer.
Yeah.
Like, Wii Fit trainer. They always have, like, the one
terrifying.
weird one out of there. Yeah, she's OP.
My thing with the Smash is I'm interested in how it differs from Mario Kart, because adding characters to Smash is a lot of work and design time. And Sakurai has been like working on Smash for so long, and he's been saying, I'm done for so long, and then he just keeps going back and doing it. So I'm interested to see what he's working on and what his next game is, if it's going to be more Smash or not. This doesn't necessarily need him to lead it, but knowing him and like how he's made games, I imagine he'd be involved with the port intimately. And there's not too many characters that I think that they could add to hit that time frame. But I do think that it's a safe bet for Ice Climbers and one or two others.
Right.
I don't think Snake makes it back though.
Oh no!
You'd always make DLC.
Yeah, I don't think there would be. And then DLC would be. Yeah.
This is it. This is your complete version.
What's interesting about
guess,
Nintendo right now is they're kind of in a freaking weird place where they're just porting all the Wii U games, which is awesome because it's getting the great games in front
a lot of people
a new
didn't play them
audience.
as well.
Yeah, but it's going to create a problem in a couple of years when So when are we getting the new Mario Kart? When are we getting the new Smash? No time soon.
That's future Nintendo's problem.
Yeah, but I mean that future is coming up very
rapidly
soon.
approaching.
Yeah,
Right.
when they get all their games out in the first year of ports. All right, first prediction. Speaking of ports, Pokemon Stars is real.
Damn it.
Coming in
I think
October.
we all had that one.
Coming in October.
Okay.
And the thing that I think is the change here is on both 3DS and Switch.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
I
yeah,
want it to
no.
be Switch exclusive,
For sure.
but it's not going to be.
You can't have a Pokemon game and not have it on 3DS.
But they've been so careful not to like totally cannibalize the 3DS. To be like, yo, this is your new handheld platform.
The fact that Fire Emblem Warriors is coming out on Switch and 3DS is the one thing that I'm like, oh, they're totally doubling down. The 2DS XL, all this, they are not giving up on this 3DS, and they might as well sell millions of units of Pokemon Stars to an audience that wants it and already has the system. So, and I think that it is enough. It doesn't need to be exclusive on the Switch. That game is not going to push people to buy a Switch in the way that a new Pokemon game would.
Right.
So you might as well have it available on both, and I think that that would convince the people that already have a 3DS that still want, like, oh fuck it, I'll upgrade because now it makes sense with Zelda, Mario Kart, Pokemon, and all that.
Number 2. They don't say a motherfucking word about the Virtual Console.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I think everybody's getting all hyped up that it's going to happen. It ain't going to happen. They're going to say a goddamn word about this fucking thing.
It would be smart if they did, but Nintendo has not been making like the smartest publicity moves.
I feel like Nintendo, I'm trying to, now that I care about Nintendo, I'm trying to remember old directs and how people got hyped about certain things, but how directs flow usually and how it'll have, hey, Mario Odyssey is what we're pushing and we're excited about this future thing. And yeah, there'll be an announcement or two here, but this is what it's going to be about.
An important thing to note about Nintendo's presentation is they've made it very, very clear that this is focusing on 2017 games. And they're like, it's talking about the 3DS and Switch lineup, specifically Switch 2017 games. So if they didn't make a single announcement about a 2018 game, I don't think that would be a shock, because when Nintendo says they're going to talk about something in the Direct, they talk about that thing in the Direct.
Yeah.
When they say, hey, it's Splatoon or it's ARMS, you're getting a Splatoon trailer, that's all you get. There's no surprises or any of that shit. But fuck it, man. Like, I believe that they need to have some fun. So I don't agree with you about the Virtual Console.
Yeah?
thing. Yeah.
They're going to talk about details?
I'm jumping ahead of you guys, making my next prediction.
I don't know if that's fair.
Do you guys have predictions about the Virtual Console?
No.
Okay, mine's direct opposition.
Okay.
Yeah. I predict that there will be Virtual Console talk. I agree with you. They're probably not going to, but I predict that they're going to.
Okay.
GameCube title support.
Uh-huh.
And they got hype moment, Mother 3 finally being localized.
Ooh.
Yeah. If they're reading message boards, they'll fucking do it.
Okay. Okay.
Do you think Nintendo is reading message boards?
I think Mr. Nintendo's out there. He knows. If Mother 3 is not announced at E3, I don't think it's ever going to happen. So I think that now there's goodwill with Nintendo right now with giving certain groups what they want. And I think that they are aware of this happening. And I think that if Virtual Console is talked about, that they're going to announce GameCube games and Mother.
Interesting.
Danny.
All right, boring one. Mario Odyssey release date.
Which will be?
Mid-November.
Mm-hmm. Nailed it. November 11th.
I put November.
Oh, that's good.
That was mine.
All right. My second Nintendo.
It's getting hard already, isn't
Dang it, which one am I going to go with? They are going to make a splashy show of all of the fun colored Joy-Cons that you can buy for Nintendo Switch.
Ooh.
Will there be new colors?
There will be new colors. There will be combos of colors. There will be all kinds of colors of Joy-Cons that are overpriced.
People are going to be excited.
But yes, so I, as a Switch owner, wish that I could have waited to buy Joy-Cons, but if you want to play Mario Kart with 4 people, you had to buy Joy-Cons now. Every store I've ever walked into only had the gray Joy-Cons. So hopefully they'll manufacture more, but I anticipate lots of colored Joy-Cons that they will be showing in their Direct.
That'll be a fun little video too of like blip 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 and the they're all going around changing colors. Yeah.
I made my second one
You
already.
did, yeah. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
My third one,
God damn it.
and this is definitely a get hype moment. Internet browser is coming to Switch.
Nah.
Is that a get hype? That's a get hype
As somebody
moment.
who's in hotels a lot and can't connect their Switch to the internet, I'm pretty hyped about the ability to jump in and do it. And I think that's wise. I think that I would hope that now that there's practical use cases out there, like, oh, hey, this is a mistake. At the airport, people can't fucking download and buy our games. That's trouble.
That's not an E3 presentation thing for them.
No?
No.
You think it's something they tacked on of like we're making changes?
I think that's just a firmware update at some point. If it
You know
ever
Nintendo better than me.
comes. I don't see them focusing on that in the
Well, the words are out of my mouth.
presentation.
Well, your prediction is trash, he's saying.
That's fine. I'm used to him shitting on me.
You got ready to go?
Oh, do I?
That's the thing. It's like it's also scraping the bottom of the barrel now.
Yeah.
Like what else is there?
I still have a couple good ones.
Okay.
I think there will be it's kind of a no-brainer. I have to put a number on this. They will announce, let's say, let's go balls out, 15 indie games that are coming to the Switch this year. They'll have a presentation that'll be like, because it's
The Nindies.
totally killing.
Is it new Indies or is it old Indies? Or,
I mean, ports of other indies that haven't come over.
but like totally new games, not just what we saw at GDC. Because we saw a lot at GDC that
They
still
announced
isn't
so
out.
much at GDC that I think 15 new announcements might be a bit much. I can imagine 15
like in total.
more detail on the things like release dates or
Like
whatever. Like
including
here's
the
a
ones that they've
ukulele
already
release
talked
date
about.
and things like that.
I'll say 10.
Okay. Okay. 10 new announcements of indie games.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, you kind of put a thorn in some of mine by reminding us that that their presentation is going to be about stuff in 2017, because I have a couple here that are clearly not
Might as well have fun.
2017 predictions. But I do think that we are going to see something about Animal Crossing on Switch.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was one of mine too. I said teased. Animal Crossing teased was my prediction.
Yeah, it's coming. Animal Crossing Switch.
What's interesting about Animal Crossing is we know that the mobile game is coming. It got pushed. They said that the Zelda one's coming first, if I remember correctly on that. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Animal Crossing mobile game and Animal Crossing Switch had some type of cross situation going on. So I can see them talking about like teasing both. If they do talk beyond 2017, which I don't think they're gonna, but
Yeah.
fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yeah. My next one. I gotta jump on this shit before someone else even fucking mentions the word. The word? Metroid.
Yeah.
There's a big question of, will it even be mentioned at all? I think that it will. In fact, I'm gonna predict some crazy shit here. I think that both Metroid and Retro Studios game will be announced. Now, that's a weird statement.
What do you mean there, Tim?
I think that if Retro is working on Metroid, that'll be it. If Retro's not working on Metroid, whoever is, that'll be announced, and what Retro's being on, it will be announced.
Gotcha.
So, if it's retro with Metroid, one game. If it's Retro not doing Metroid, 2 games.
Gotcha.
Being announced.
All right. Interesting. That's a fascinating one.
What do you guys think about Metroid?
It's one of those like.
I think it's one of those like hopes and dreams.
Yeah, but it's one of those that you predict every time, and it's got to happen eventually,
Eventually, yeah.
right?
I think the retro side of it is the more interesting part
Yeah.
because they have to have something to announce at this point. It's been Tropical Freeze was years ago. So
I don't know.
But you think it'd be this year too?
no, I don't.
Okay.
There's no chance in hell that the Metroid game comes out this year. That's why I'm like, this is based on what Nintendo's saying. These are not going to be predictions that happen. But I still want.
I'd almost prefer them to be on a new IP or something, because Nintendo have actually had success with new IP in the past couple of years. And Metroid was always one of those franchises that sold way more in North America than it did in Japan. So that love doesn't seem to be there either. So I don't know. Like
Retro is American, so.
Right.
Like, I don't know. There's a lot going on with that. But the thing is, like, there's been rumors of like a 2D Metroid game. Like there's Metroid Prime, there's 2D Metroid, there's like what else could it be? Retro working on Donkey Kong Country fucking returns again. Like, I don't know. But there you go.
Some of mine have been burned, so now I'm going into the relief bag here on the fly. Nintendo is going to announce some fucking dumb partnership with some random business. It'll be like you can go to Pizza Hut or Subway and use their Wi-Fi to try new games or some weird ass shit like that. Some stupid ass partnership. You go to
That's a good
Macy's and you get a game good or whatever. You can get a new avatar for your fucking thing.
Okay.
I mean, nobody's mentioned the Rabbids yet, right? So
Oh, well, yeah.
I feel like
Pretty
Ubisoft.
locked at this point.
I know. It's outside of that, right? Because that's a little bit too obvious. Ubisoft are like they keep coming back. Like they just love supporting the shit out of Nintendo consoles.
One bay,
Through thick and thin. I think they're going to announce. I don't think any of their 2017 slot or stuff is going to come out. I can't see any Far Cry or new Assassin's Creed, any of that stuff coming to Switch. But I do think that maybe there's an outside bet that they might do some of, because they've done a lot of re-releases. So maybe the AC2 re-release stuff ends up on Switch, something like
You mean
that.
like the Ezio collection?
Yes. So something in that sort of like throwbacky, hey,
Well, they
this
already
will
got
run on
Rayman.
this machine. Right.
Definitive Edition's coming.
And that like felt more like a port rather than like re-releasing old stuff again. So yes, to your point, the Ezio collection is probably a good shot.
I like your optimism. I think that
I thought you
those
was optimism.
Yeah,
I
I think those games are too big for Switch.
Right.
I think it's too much work to port those games to Switch more accurately.
But they've gotten them
I
on
like
other
this because
consoles.
it kind of like I'm kind of gonna tag team you on the
right.
Ubisoft and Nintendo thing, because in no way are we not seeing Just Dance on the Switch.
Right.
So
It's already on
I
there,
didn't
right?
know if I wanted to save that for the third party
it already on
predictions.
there?
Just Dance was a launch title.
Was it?
Really? No, like the new Just Dance.
Oh.
Because Just Dance is gonna have another iteration. They're gonna do a new one.
Yeah.
Because it's
Not done
Ubisoft's
dancing.
bread and butter.
Of
They
course.
make lots of money. There will be a new one probably announced on Monday at Ubisoft.
That's the thing is, I
And then
think that
Tuesday
none of
morning,
this will be in the
and then
Nintendo.
Tuesday
Right.
morning, Nintendo will say this new Just Dance is coming to the Switch.
Either do I. But you asked for 5.
Yeah,
so that's
no,
what you're
okay.
getting.
If they do that, I don't think they'll actually say. I think it'll be like in a montage or something. Because I do think that that's a Ubi announcement, not a Nintendo.
Yeah, no,
announcement.
and that's why I'm kind of confused about, like where it would fit better. I mean, I have some other like pipe dream predictions, like F-Zero on the Switch, but that's never happening
ain't
this
happening.
year.
But so here's
if
the
it's
thing.
happening, not this year.
The crazy thing about the F-Zero, and this is like, me just being super fucking hopeful, is if the GameCube Virtual Console support comes, I do think that we'll see F-Zero GX, which is the best fucking F-Zero game of all time.
I think if
So-
they do the GameCube stuff, they'll lead with the like Beautiful Joe. What was that called? Like the 5? The what was that set of games called that came out on GameCube? It was like the 5 really good games that they were all part of, or whatever.
I don't
I
know.
don't know what we're talking about.
Maybe they won't, because clearly no one remembers it.
Yeah, I mean, the Virtual Console thing is interesting because there's been rumors from Eurogamer from a long time ago of Melee, Luigi's Mansion, and
Right.
Mario Sunshine coming. Mario Sunshine, I'm a little iffy on because of Odyssey coming out, but Smash Bros. Melee would be a fucking bombshell announcement of that being portable on the Switch. And if they did announce GameCube Virtual Console for this year with a Smash Bros. Game, that allows the port of the next one to come out in February and making that make a bit more sense.
I think F-Zero is a good shout as well. That console's made for it. I've got 2 of them, like Thumper, and what was the other one that came out? The Wipeout like.
Fast Racing.
Yeah, I think it works really good. I think that's a good fit.
Yeah. All right.
She just did it.
That was
No,
mine.
did
Yeah.
Wasn't that yours?
No.
No, she tag teamed it.
Oh,
Remember?
got it. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. My last one, From Software's game for Switch will be announced. We saw their logo on the
Oh yeah.
thing a long time ago. I think it's either going to be a new IP, but more likely it'll be a Dark Souls 3 port.
Whoa.
That's a good call.
That's an interesting
God,
one.
the idea of playing Dark Souls on a Switch
Yeah.
just feels like
That's
here's my
why-
cool, casual, fun thing, and like no.
That's why I think that there's a chance it might be a new IP
Right.
instead.
They could be working on 2 new IPs.
But that's the other thing. I'm like, I feel like it's more likely that we get just this 3 port. You got some other bullshit?
Well, this is tying into I'm going to give you now a little bit of a window. I'm painting you a picture. Okay. Reggie's up there. He's talking about this stuff, right? And he's like, what are you shaking your head at? No Reggie?
Well, I mean, he won't be up there. There's no stage.
Well, I mean, he's on the screen.
Got it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Reggie's
Do you think
talking.
it's Reggie?
I think Reggie's part of it, yeah.
Reggie
Everything's
hasn't been a
Reggie.
part of any of these things.
That's why it's time to bring him
this
back.
year.
It's
All right,
time to bring
I
him
agree
back.
with you.
Who are you going to put up? This hack Bill?
No, they've been using a bunch of random ass dudes.
Yeah, now we're bringing it back.
Okay.
Reggie's up there. He's
You
giving
mean
us.
members of the treehouse? They're not random ass dudes.
Well, I mean, but they're not like personalities that we know. We're learning them now, but they're not like the iconic. It's not Bill and them.
fan favorites.
Yeah.
Reggie's out there. He's talking about how well the Switch has been doing, but they want to do better. That's why this year they're announcing a whole bunch of little tweaks to make it better. The internet browser, this is coming in this firmware. Also included in a future firmware, the ability to transfer your saves to the little memory stick, because that's such a big deal. Your saves and all your shit's locked in. Not no more. We understand. We screwed that up. We're fixing that for you. I'm Reggie.
I'm Reggie.
Now let's talk about how you can go to Domino's and track your pizza with it as well.
All right. Topic 3. Microsoft.
All right.
This is gonna be a fun one. Kick it off, Greg.
I mean, are you ready? Because I'm bringing the thunder. This
Bring that
is the
goddamn
one where I'm gonna turn heads and I'm gonna be right on a lot of this.
Okay.
Guess what's gonna happen? The developers from Supermassive will come out on stage and announce their next game, and it will have a window of Xbox exclusivity. These are the Until Dawn guys.
Yeah. Is it a sequel to Until Dawn, though?
No. New
don't think
IP,
so?
new game. We're coming out. We want. Oh no, Sony owns Until Dawn.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Until
come on.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Go to the PlayStation conference. That's a fucking game that I want to see.
Until
Sure.
Dawn 2.
Yeah,
But how
okay.
about this though?
Until Dawn 2.
Supermassive. They said earlier that they, like a year ago, they wanted to go multi-platform. They wanted to reach more people. I think this is their chance to do it. I think Xbox has the money to throw behind it. Be like, hey guys, we're the ones who brought you Until Dawn or the horror game so many people like.
Yeah.
This is our new thing where it's gonna come here and it runs best on Scorpio.
Yeah, we're gonna hear that a lot.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Should we get into the hardware already? No, I'm not. I feel like I've posted too much of that stuff already. Sea of Thieves release date.
Yeah, that's a
Done.
good one.
Fucking better.
Done.
Necessary.
They have to get that game out
What
Yeah.
do you think it is going to be?
earlier. Like
August.
I could say August. Yeah, August or September.
That sounds
Yeah.
good. That sounds good.
I think they just need to get that game out there. Like they need exclusive games. They need to pave the way for more exciting exclusive games. I think that's probably going to come up in the next little bit. And that's like part of the old thing that they just need to get it done. Get it out.
Yeah. Well, I'm not waiting to poach. I'm poaching. So I think they're gonna obviously give a price point for Scorpio. I think.
What is it?
I think the base model is $449. Premium model up to $599.
Ooh.
It'll depend on hard drive size.
Okay.
The bigger the hard drive,
The bigger the
price tag.
That's what they say.
I think that $449 feels like a good price. They can't come in at $500 as their base model. It's too high. $400 is too low for them to make money on this. $449 feels right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But they will have a premium version for more expensive.
That's interesting. The idea of them because the messaging on Scorpios already is a little bit tough for them because it's like an iteration. So having an iteration on an iteration might be
Yeah.
a tough one for them to do. But that does sound
The teraflops
reasonable.
though.
Dem teraflops.
No, oh man, it's all about.
Flopping like
Todd
it's hot.
Howard's super excited about it.
Like it's hard.
My
That's going to be
prediction
their slogan.
goes in opposition to yours.
Oh. No Scorpio.
$400.
Okay.
$400.
November. It is called the Xbox One Elite.
Ooh.
Okay.
What do you guys think it's going to be called?
I think that's a nice guess. I think they're already using Elite for their
Oh, yeah.
the controllers, right?
Right.
No.
Right.
Which is why I think it makes sense. And especially the 360 Elite, there's legacy with it.
I think you're wrong about that $400 price point because it makes it like that. I mean, I just think you're wrong. But I think we're gonna get a name. It's not gonna be called Scorpio. We're gonna get an official
All right.
name.
Yeah. To be fair, I think that your 450 makes a lot more sense because I think 500 is just too high for what this is and for Xbox's place in the market space right now. But I wouldn't have thought of 450 and I didn't want to change mine. So I'm sticking to what the prediction says because I'm a fair player. But 450, it sounds like such a weird number to put out there, but I think that
$449.
yeah, okay, you're right.
$449.99 suggested retail price.
I do think that it's going to be like my real safe prediction is that it's under 500 because, or else I think they're shooting themselves in the foot in a way that they can't.
All right.
So are you copying my prediction?
No, I'm sticking to the 400
Okay.
for the
That was
for the
a
sake
real
of the game.
Price is
Price
Right.
is Right
Yeah.
rules, yeah.
It's like, do I want to get in on this train or do I want? Because I have Scorpio
Choo-choo.
prediction,
It's
right?
leaving the
But I had
station.
6 here. I think a lot of them are really good. I'm gonna skip it. Maybe if I need to, I'll come back to it. Lights go out, or well, you know, whoever's up there, Phil Spencer, whoever.
Okay.
It's like, hey, we have another exciting partnership to announce. Lights go out. Screen's black. Screen comes up. It is the From Software logo. Some fucking nerdy ass song none of us recognize plays, but back home, more Scion bursts into tears because it's Armored Core and it's coming exclusively to Xbox. The next Armored Core is exclusive to Xbox. He can't fucking believe it. None of us care. A whole bunch of dork gamers do though, and holy shit, are they excited?
That's awesome.
That is like exactly
need
the
that.
type of exclusive they don't need. I feel like.
Now get the hardcore
More
gamers, get all the little
Oh my
niche
God.
audience, niche audiences in there.
Okay. So Oculus is not going to be at the show, right?
I don't know.
It's not going to be at They're not going to E3.
Are they really
They don't
not?
have a booth. No.
Okay.
I mean,
All
that's good. They should not.
Right.
They
It's
need to lay low for a little
kinda.
while.
It's been a weird year for them.
Yes.
But Microsoft's VR stuff has been like hooked onto Oculus since, you know. How do we think PSVR is done for Sony?
I mean, it's better than what they thought.
It's
Yeah.
done incredibly well.
Yeah.
So I kind of swing both ways on this one. I can kind of see them not mentioning Oculus at all, which is dangerous because it's their last time to talk to their consumers. PSX is obviously, you know, it's only have 2 bites of the cherry with this stuff. But it's such a disastrous time for Oculus. I feel like Oculus would not want to talk about anything.
So what's your prediction?
My prediction is that they will mention it in like passing, like as part of the Scorpio reveal stuff.
Bullet points.
They will say yes. They will mention that VR support is going to be part, and we'll talk about it at a future time.
Okay.
That there won't be like a montage of here's all the VR
No
stuff
Halo
we're going to
VR.
be doing. Yeah, they'll mention that like in the same way you were saying, you know, PlayStation 4 Pro works really good for VR and whatnot. That they'll allude to it, but they'll be very light on the details with VR.
I disagree. My prediction is that Xbox VR will be announced at E3. What better way to debut Xbox VR than with Project Scorpio? You got this new fancy console that runs really well. You got VR. VR has done really well for PlayStation. A lot of money is going into VR right now. It's like the new hot VC thing, right? Everyone's talking about VR and investing in VR, much like esports. But Xbox is already in esports. So they need to get into VR. And HoloLens is not it. HoloLens is not going to be a gaming thing. It's going to go to business. HoloLens is going to be strictly for the Microsoft side of things. So Xbox needs its headset, and its headset is Xbox VR. I don't know if that's the name of it,
Yeah.
but I really feel like
How about
now
Xbox
is
One Elite VR?
now is the time for them to get into VR, because if they don't do it now,
Right.
then they're gonna miss the boat. And
I
they're
kinda-
launching this
yeah.
brand new powerful console. It makes sense. Xbox
mean,
I think
VR.
it's too late.
I would love to. I mean, that's a cool announcement, but I feel like it would just be muddy the water. I think they want to focus so much on Scorpio that launching another piece of hardware, in quotes, would be so tough.
Okay. You
It's
don't
a
have to
tough-
agree with me.
It's a tough one to balance, though, right?
I'm discussing it with
if
you.
if they don't do it now, when do they do it?
Yeah.
So it's like it's both the right time to do it and also the wrong time
Yeah.
to do it as well. It's like
I'm not sold on the whole VR being a success thing. I feel like in terms of making money for Sony, like I'm sure that it did and it worked for them. But like when you look at their lineup, and we'll see what they announce at the conference, but like there's nothing coming for
Right.
it. Like it had its launch
Did I
games.
just tell you about special delivery?
And okay,
Next
there's,
week.
there's the little things like that, but like there's not this like schedule of lineup of games coming out over this year, even like that. Even
Well,
in the
maybe they're
early, it's,
gonna
like, far
announce them all at E3.
Maybe,
Tim.
maybe that's what I'm saying. But like, I don't think that they're gonna. So I don't know. I think that the VR thing was more of a PlayStation Move style. Like it's gonna be here for a second and then it's gone. Obviously, VR is here to stay in the grand scheme of things. But I think in terms of dedicated video game supports and it being like another pillar to
Right.
the big guys, I think that it's more on the like smaller niche gimmicky side than it is like full bore into it.
Cerebral bore.
All right, fine. That's fine.
New Turok.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
Gosh, please.
I'm gonna jump around here.
I have some good ones.
You know what? Fuck it. Cuphead.
Oh God.
No, damn it. That was my next one.
Yeah.
Canceled.
No. Cuphead release date.
I
When?
literally
fucking
wrote
better.
in my notes, shit or get off the pot.
And-
Totally.
and the Get Hyped moment available tonight.
Yes,
Oh.
I could totally see that. Yeah.
And like that, they.
Oh, I see. I
it'd be
would
so good.
I would caution you to take the get hype tag off it. Just put that in your real prediction because that's actually a really good one.
Fuck it. Sure.
There you go. Good.
I'd be hyped about
Just
that.
cost them some points. Nah, I'm kidding. I hope they really do. That'd be awesome. That's a really good one. Where do I want to go next? Where do I want to go next? Where do I want to go?
I knew I should have kept my VR one.
You say you'll get them all. Don't worry about it.
There's a lot of empty space on that page.
There's none. It's jam packed with information.
Didn't think it showed the page.
Crackdown is just a trailer. It looks incredibly different, and everyone panics.
I totally agree. I think it's going to be very different than the last time we saw it. And do you think there's any release window?
Nope.
Really?
I think it would honestly be a real. I mean, because like I think it would be a hat in hand moment for them of like, hey, a lot of you asked about Crackdown. We're already excited to show it. It's not. We got off track and we had to restart it. And the team back and wherever has been working really hard, and they're excited to show you what it is now.
I think it's going to be a Scorpio like launch title.
I feel like it has to be.
Yeah.
It kind of has to be.
And I'll double down on. Oh, sorry. Is it me now? Or
That was it. I'm done.
I'll just double down on that, and I think that they'll also announce Forza Motorsport 7 as a launch title.
Is that your
Scorpio.
prediction?
Yeah.
So you're saying Crackdown? And your prediction is 2 Scorpio launch titles.
What's my
Crackdown
next
and Forza.
one?
Am I taking 2 though?
Oh no, I'm asking you. Oh no, that's one prediction is what I was saying. then.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Both of them, yeah.
So your prediction is?
Both of the games will be launch titles.
Both of them will be launch titles. They'll show, you know, they need, like, Scorpio, if it's all about the graphics and running well, like, it's a no-brainer that the car game is the thing that they push it out there with. There's a long and storied history of Microsoft consoles getting shipped with sexy-looking car games. They totally need that. And, you know, it's a bit of a no-brainer. Turn 10 will trot it out.
Okay. So this one that I have, I don't think it's going to be exclusive, but we will see maybe a teaser trailer for Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Ooh.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about
That's
that.
a really good one. Yeah.
So there was, I use leak in air quotes because somebody had their PowerPoint presentation
yeah.
open on a train like
Yep.
an asshole.
Yeah.
Somebody snapped a shot over his shoulder. He had a deck that said Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Obviously, you know, we know that something else is coming. So I think now is a good
That's a good one.
time to
That's a
maybe
good
do a
one.
teaser.
Yeah.
I don't think we get
How long's
like
it
a
been? Yeah,
release
no,
window or
that
anything,
sounds
but-
about right because it was last year. The fall is when we got the definitive edition or whatever 10-year
PS4,
celebration,
yeah.
right? And so that meant a
Right.
year before that. So yeah, that makes sense. That's good. That's good. I like that one.
Oh man,
Exciting.
trying to figure out the order of these guys. I'm just gonna drop it here. Borderlands 3 announced. Obviously not exclusive,
Well, it's already been announced.
but like more like detailed, maybe like a trailer or something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
On
Interesting.
stage at Xbox.
On stage at Xbox, because yeah, I don't think it would be anywhere else.
I feel like when they announced it and like, hey, we're casting for Borderlands 2 or whatever they said, they were looking for teammate. It seems so not that long ago. If that makes sense. It seems like it was so recent that said I would be interested to see how far along they are with that they're ready to do that. That's a good one.
I'm just thinking, I feel like Xbox not only needs its exclusives, but it also needs a presence during the event.
Well,
of
and
of things that
Gearbox
people,
has been quiet for
yeah,
a while.
for a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It feels right to me.
Let me see when that announcement was. I'm looking because now I want to know.
Sure. Yeah. It feels like it was this recent, but it can't be that recent.
I don't know. I have to find it now.
But I'm talking about a proper announcement.
I know, no,
'Cause,
I-
like,
I'm not
there's so many
saying-
times games are announced, but they're like,
I'm not saying announced. I'm just now I'm trying to think about how far along the game would be in production, where it would be. But I guess it's been so long since Borderlands 2 too.
Yeah.
2 as well.
it's the next one, Greg.
All right. This is stick with me because it's gonna. Obviously, this is gonna happen, but I mean, like, it's gonna happen. State of Decay 2 is gonna get a huge push. Like, suddenly, this is a AAA Halo push. Like that. Like, State of Decay 1, beloved by fans like me, but super small team on Dead Labs, great folks up in Seattle. But I mean, now they're gonna come out and it's gonna be State of Decay 2 is happening. It's awesome. Here's this giant thing. Like, make a huge fucking deal about this game at the show in a way that State of Decay nobody ever did. State of Decay number 1 was like, oh, it's a cool zombie game we got. Anyways, let's talk about Halo and Gears and all this
Well,
stuff.
it's because Phil wore that T-shirt.
Right.
Now it's a big deal.
Exactly. Well, it's all they got. They're reaching back into the quiver and they got like 3 arrows clanking around.
Sea of Thieves. Okay. I'll buy it.
It's a pretty big outside bet, but I feel like if it was to pop up on any of the console manufacturers' stages, it might be too early to be doing this. But I think we could see a trailer or at least some sort of information about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds coming to consoles.
I think that's a good bet.
And that would be a nice get for Microsoft because they need to build that community around it. And it's like, they don't have that many. A lot of their online games, the Gears of War 4s and stuff, haven't like latched onto people. And I think that's a really good
That's a
transition.
smart one. That's a really smart one.
But it might be a bit too early. I don't know.
For an announcement.
That's the thing is, I don't think it's too early
Yeah.
to talk about it and like to kind of claim ownership over the brands that people think Xbox when they think about.
This is a game everybody's been excited about on PC, and we're happy to announce that we are working right now to bring it to Xbox.
Okay.
And it'll look better on Scorpio.
Yeah. We should take bets on how many times they're gonna mention that or
that phrasing.
Just make it a drinking game.
Yeah, good lord.
How many times did they say Scorpio? They don't because they announced the name of the new console.
Which is Xbox One.
Okay.
Xbox One, 2.
I think we will hear about Minecraft on stage.
This is very safe.
Yeah, all right. You get that point. I respect the game. I respect the hustle.
So I get press releases from Minecraft like every other week that say
Realms.
TLDR at the top of them, which I think is hysterical. But obviously this is a giant franchise for them. They spent a lot of money. It makes them a lot of money still. Clearly it's going to be coming to Scorpio. If it's going to be a new iteration, if there's going to be something different that they're doing with it, I think they're going to announce something new for Minecraft on stage at E3.
They kind of have to, right? Like, they spend all that money.
Yeah, like $2 billion.
Right. So they need, It's funny. When we were preparing for this, I was like, "Oh, Switch! I'll do Minecraft," and it's already come out.
Yeah.
I don't even know. It came out like 2 weeks
it.
ago or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, that's a good shout. What do you think it'll be like? Minecraft 2, or are we talking?
Isn't it that Realms shit that they got? I don't know Minecraft, so I'm not sure about this. But I remember last year they like really went into.
Yeah, so that was kind of like the worlds that they added. I don't actively play Minecraft. I don't think that it's going to be Minecraft 2. I think that would be really cool, but I think that goes against the entire community in the world that they've created. I don't think that they would want to ask these millions and millions of players around the world to like move to a new thing. I think that's a living, breathing ecosystem and that they're just going to add to it. I don't think they're going to make a new Minecraft.
Yeah.
Do they still have like really high concurrence on that? Like, I have no visibility on Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
Minecraft's huge. So,
Still?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
If you ever want to get off those Minecraft emails, what happened to me is I got hit up like, "Hey, I'm the Minecraft PR person." I was like, "Awesome!" Like, "Hey, can we do a desk side visit?" I'm like, "I'll be honest, I only play on PlayStation Vita." Never one email again. Never got one email about Minecraft again.
This is our fourth, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is one that I don't have too much faith in, but I feel like it's time to be announced somewhere. And I think that Microsoft would do very well off having this. Rocksteady announces a new DC game.
Oh, doctor.
Get hype moment being Batman Beyond.
Jesus Christ.
They've said that they're done working on Batman.
I know, but Batman Beyond is different.
That's
honestly,
the thing. They're done with their Arkham universe.
Yeah, there's
thing.
that. I think more likely would be a Justice League or something of that nature.
Yeah.
Just something DC. And like that would really, I think Microsoft having that sets up the Sony having Marvel
Yeah.
Microsoft having DC thing, which is why the Avengers thing that you brought up was interesting earlier about it being at Microsoft's, because that would be huge for them, and based off the Crystal stuff, that makes a lot of sense. But I can see them kind of trying to divide.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah. Superheroes are so hot, and that would be, I mean, a reason for, I think, a lot of gamers get excited about Xbox One / Scorpio.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one, Tim. I like that.
Greg.
What are you thinking about? Think about your next one, Real?
Yeah.
Well, Greg, question for you about the
Struggling a
Rocksteady
bit,
thing. If Rocksteady announces its game at E3, do you think it'll be at Microsoft's, or where would that be?
It's a great question. You know what I mean? Like, they do have a relationship with Sony. The PlayStation VR deal. You know what I mean? That was Rocksteady proper. That was the guys. That was all the normal dudes and Sefton and whatnot.
Arkham Knight was at PlayStation, correct?
I want to say yes. That sounds right. That sounds right as well. But
I
I
feel
mean,
like
this is the thing where I
Microsoft
think
needs it.
Microsoft's got to go really hard at it. Yeah, and especially if you do have Spider-Man there. My final prediction for Xbox's conference: Phil Spencer shocks the world and stays in one T-shirt under his blazer the whole time. Just one. Not going to do this whole thing. Not going to give into the internet memes. Not going to be changing it up.
All right.
Just here's what I'm wearing, and that's it.
That's kind of a lame prediction.
You know
I
what?
like it.
Andrea Renee, there are no lame predictions, just lame listeners.
Oh, okay.
If you're listening at home, I'm pointing at her. I mean, she's being lame.
He's calling me a lame listener.
I'm glad you went for a lame prediction because I'm in the world of lame predictions right now. Okay, so Microsoft's biggest problem is that last year's, like, all the exclusive games they were pushing for the past couple of years either ended up being wet blankets or didn't come out. You know, between Scalebound and Recore and like even stuff like Gears
Quantum
4 was
Break.
good, right? And Quantum Break, like, I mean, Gears 4 was a good game, but it didn't light the world on fire.
Quantum Break was a good game, but it was too attached to that TV game
Right,
bullshit.
it had suffered from the same problem that Crackdown did, where it was made for a different machine and
different
it got
era.
pulled in a different way. So, I think they are going to have to announce a bunch of new games. I'm not sure if like the IP back catalog they have is good enough for like more sequels. Like I kind of worry about a Gears of War trilogy like I do about the second Halo trilogy, where like I don't know if they have that really rich stuff. So I think they're going to announce in some form 3 new IPs.
Whoa.
that are coming from.
Okay.
Yeah. And in some sort of, they have a lot of studios still working on stuff.
Like new franchises or games within an existing franchise?
I don't want to rule out the idea that they might reimagine a franchise that came out 15 years ago in some way, but like I think
Oh, they will.
right. But I think there will be, you know, non-sequel exclusive games announced for the Xbox One, but like a lot of them, like
Cool.
3 at least.
3 at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I was also gonna say
Vague as well.
I was also gonna say a new AAA IP is announced because they need one. But instead, so I'm toying with the idea. I have two.
I like this.
So I'm just gonna say that if it's taking one of yours, let me know.
Okay. It won't.
The first one is like a simple one that I think is like a no-brainer for them, which is you can bring your custom controller to the Scorpio.
Oh yeah.
They made a big push about making these customized controllers. It would not make sense if you could not use it on Scorpio. So I think that'll be like an easy.
I think all the any
all-
Xbox One controller will work over on Scorpio.
Sure.
The real prediction is we get a teaser of the next Halo game
All right.
because we have to see Master Chief or
In some form.
something from 343. It's Xbox. They are synonymous. They go hand in hand. It's
Right,
E3.
right.
I don't think it's gonna be a big trailer. I don't think it's gonna be gameplay. I don't.
It's
think
gonna be similar to the one where Chief was in the
poncho.
desert and had the poncho on, right?
That
Correct.
was when they announced 5.
Yeah.
So Halo's an interesting thing. Last week we had, or 2 weeks ago, we had Sean Finnegan and Halo, and Alfredo
Yeah.
here to talk about Halo, and we were talking about what we think is going to be shown. There's been a lot going on with 343 where they're talking about Halo 6 will not be at E3. Right. They confirmed that. They also confirmed they're not doing the Halo 3 10-year anniversary, which would go against what they've done with the 10-year anniversary of 2 and 1.
God, it's been 10 years. That's
10
so
years,
upsetting.
yeah. But they have Master Chief Collection, so
Right.
like they don't necessarily need to do that because that already kind of gave a lot of the upgrades that a new version would.
Halo Wars 3.
But well, I don't know Halo Wars, but they said that they are going to do something at E3. So my thing is, do we believe them? Like I'm kind of with you where it's like I can see them just announcing Halo 6,
Right.
like putting out some type of teaser. They said they're not going to, but people fucking lie all the time.
You have to.
But
Can't
there
be
will,
like, you caught us. Yeah, we're gonna be there.
yeah, there's gonna be some Halo in some form, and that could be some HoloLens shit. It could be, if there is VR, some VR experience or whatever.
Ooh.
Halo VR, you
VR.
guys.
So I don't
Just
know.
saying, it could be a thing.
It could. It definitely could. But I don't think we're going to see Halo 6. And I think that that's sad because they should. But whatever. My prediction. Microsoft needs some big shit. And without Halo or Gears, they're lacking in that like exclusive, huge shooter.
And I almost feel like Halo or Gears isn't enough anymore. Like
I think Halo still
Halo
is.
might be, yeah.
Like the Halo's not what it used to be, but it's still leagues above in terms of sales. a
Well,
lot of
losing
the
the
other
partnership
properties.
with Call of Duty, I think, really hurt them.
Absolutely. And also PlayStation 4 is just kind of meteoric rise over the Xbox One in terms of sales. So it's just like that, a lot of the third parties and stuff, that makes sense. But with Scorpio, they need to have some huge deal of this is an exciting thing to get PlayStation 4 gamers to buy an Xbox One. So I think that it is the Hail Mary because there's not much that they have. Perfect Dark.
Yeah. Does Perfect Dark carry the same?
I
No.
think that it could.
No,
I think
this new generation does not even know what Perfect Dark is.
But I think it's the perfect time to. It's a cool ass like franchise, and I think that while the last one was not good, I think that it's been long enough that they don't need to listen to any pre-existing things, and I think that they can Tomb Raider it in a lot of ways.
Okay.
And bring it back and make a huge deal out of it and make people care, and I think that it could set itself apart from a lot of the other shooters that we have going on.
Time Splitters gets announced at the Sony
Oh
conference.
my God, that would be Crash Bandicoot levels for me of just a new fucking Time Splitter. Are you kidding me?
You should,
But yeah,
you should put a new show idea.
Okay,
you
lay it on
put
me.
Tim in like when they have those shows where you live in the 70s again and
Yeah.
everything's the 70s. Just put him in a room in like
just the
2000 and 1999,
Yeah,
2000.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'm totally into it.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah, but I think that they need to come back with some stuff, and like they just don't have too many like big surprise things that they can come back with. Because the new IPs, they definitely need new IPs, but I don't think that it's going to be a new IP that really converts a lot of people
Right.
to the Scorpio. So I think
And
that's
you think
something
Perfect Dark is going to be the IP that converts people?
I think that it is way more when they don't have a Halo.
They have nothing
I
left.
think
when they
you're-
don't have a Halo.
I think you're crazy. I think there's so many gamers who have no idea what that game
Yeah.
is. Like Tomb Raider is different because Tomb Raider is a gigantic IP that everybody knows. Even if you don't play video games, you know Tomb Raider.
Yeah, but Perfect Dark, even if you didn't play it growing up, you've heard about it. You've heard like there's
Disagree.
a historic legacy
disagree.
to it that even if you don't know that
We
you
should
feel,
do a Twitter
so many
poll
people,
right now
Yeah,
and
but
see how many people have heard of Perfect Dark.
The argument that I would make is that there's so many people that even if they didn't hear about it, the moment that they heard about it and everyone else is making a big deal, they're going to be like, oh shit, and they're going to fake and act like they
I
knew
think
all
I feel
that.
like we've been burned by that. Because the 360 Perfect Dark and then the other Perfect Dark.
Well, that was it. Just
that
the
was it.
360
Oh,
one.
I'm
Then
sorry.
they
I thought
did
there was
the
another
like
one.
remake
So you were
on
burned by both of
XBLA.
them, is what you're saying?
Perfect Dark 1 was awesome.
To me, Perfect Dark was one of those games that like people who didn't own a PC thought was good. Like
Here we
You
go.
guys are
It-
crazy.
that's like
Oh my God.
it was like of an
Perfect Dark, the
ilk.
problem was it was just trying, and I'm talking N64 Perfect Dark, was just trying to chase what GoldenEye was.
Right.
And by the time it got there,
Oh my God.
it just wasn't as good as GoldenEye.
PC
Oh
gamers
my
thought the same
God,
thing
you're
about
so
GoldenEye.
wrong.
There was no odd job.
You were so. There was Elvis, the alien.
Yeah, I know. I
Elvis.
remember him. I remember
Oh my
him.
God.
Sorry to
but
break
you're-
your heart, but I mean,
you're crazy. But I also think that like with the political climate we're in now, Joanna Dark being a female protagonist, games these days like that, it's on trend. I think that this makes a lot of sense, and I think that it could compete not with the Halos, but it could be more on the like Horizon level of properties for Xbox. And I think that that is an exciting announcement when they don't really have much.
You know, I mean, with this argument, they should just bring Wet. They should buy Wet.
Wet too. Wetter.
No, you don't call. Yeah, Wetter. That's a better one.
I feel like they don't know what they're doing with their old licenses, like even Dead Rising. Like in a time where they didn't have that many exclusive like things to really cherish, they kind of dropped the ball on Dead Rising. Like it was a fine game, but they're beyond the point of needing fine
Yeah, you can't
games.
have fine games
No.
when that's all that's coming out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, now that we're done with predictions on Xbox, is there any last statements on Xbox?
Yes, I think we'll hear more about the Xbox Game Pass.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a cool
Oh,
thing
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna hear a lot about it. Actually, I think they'll spend as much time talking about it as they did about backwards compatibility a couple of years ago, and I think that they're gonna knock it out of the park.
They're going to bring
with what they
some
talk
really
about it.
big titles to Game Pass because as much as I think, the games with gold and the PlayStation Plus free games every month are a fantastic added value to your subscription, I think a lot of the games they bring to those programs are so old that it doesn't even matter that you get them for free because no one really wants to play them anyway. I think they're going to bring some really good recent games, they're exclusives, to the Game Pass that will incentivize people to buy.
You mean really big games like the Master Chief Collection with Scorpio support? Because that would fucking kill.
Yeah,
That'd
it
be
absolutely
really,
would.
That's their
really
Halo
smart.
game then.
Yeah, I mean honestly, that I could totally see that happen.
All right. They're gonna come out. They're gonna talk hardware straight away. It's gonna be 15 minutes of this is the score. And, I mean, that's what they need to do, and then they need to talk about games. Like, if that's not the way this goes down, then they're in big trouble. This is kind of like a last swing for them for this generation.
Yeah,
Like, they need to pull momentum in the opposite direction.
absolutely. Final topic: the third-party conferences.
Ooh.
This is gonna be a
Specifically
weird
the
one.
conferences.
So specifically, we're talking about Bethesda, Ubisoft, and Electronic Arts.
EA on a Saturday. What is wrong with you?
Jerks.
They're
Sunday was
speaking to the
barely-
real gamers, not you ivory tower journos.
Kick it off, Greg.
I'm gonna get there before anybody else can. The Evil Within
Fuck
2 is
you.
announced at Bethesda's conference, October
Damn it.
2017.
That was my number one.
3 years
I think
later,
we all had
here
that
we
on
go.
our list.
Why not? Let's just get it out of the way then. Wolfenstein, new game
Yeah.
announced.
Is
Both
it going to
of-
be called whatever the Giant or whatever the
Colossus.
New Colossus, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Is that what they? I
Yeah,
don't
well, that's
know.
what got hinted at in their press conference last year when they
Okay.
did like the booting up sequence.
So do we think those are the two though? Because the invite went out.
Yeah.
It's been leaked all over the place, and it has Bethesda Land and
Under
there
construction.
were, right. There are two
Yeah.
under construction areas. It looks like two
Yeah.
under construction areas. Do we think that's it? Like that's what I'm interested in seeing as we go around.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it makes sense. I mean, we could potentially see a new IP from them, but they just released Prey this year, so
Yeah.
that was a new IP for them. I don't know
Right.
why they would necessarily want to be promoting another new IP in the same year, but you never know.
I think they'll have something. I don't think it'll be like Fallout Shelter levels, but they'll have some cool, fun thing we didn't see coming.
Right.
Does anyone else have any other Bethesda predictions?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. We'll talk about this later. Then.
Okay. So my prediction, this is kind of like my pipe dream prediction. Finally, after years of tormenting us, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
My prediction: Beyond Good and Evil 2 will not be at E3. Yeah.
They said it's in production.
Yeah, I
Eve
know.
has said it time and time again that they're working on it. Like this is another Cuphead moment, except it's worse than Cuphead because at least we've seen gameplay from Cuphead. But like they've been talking about it and they've never once said it's canceled. They haven't said it's not being worked on. They've said that they're working on it.
What did they show? Gameplay or trailer?
I mean, I think it's a trailer.
Okay.
I mean, if we're talking pipe dreams, since we are, it would be like a gameplay trailer.
Okay.
Something short, but
Now,
like a little.
If this were to happen,
Yes.
what consoles do you think it comes to,
All of them?
including the Switch?
Yes, especially.
So not a
Yeah.
Switch exclusive though.
No,
Okay.
that would be dumb. I mean,
There's a lot of rumors about that. I don't believe them.
game's
but-
been development for
I
11.
think the Switch is doing great, but if you don't bring your game, especially to PS4 and to Xbox One, like why would you not?
Why are you putting
We're
it out?
talking about tens of millions of units of consoles around the world, so of course. But I think this comes to Uplay as well. I think it's PC. I think it's console. I think it's Switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would love to see it, and that would be hype as fuck. But I don't think we see it. This
No,
year.
I mean,
That is-
in my heart of hearts, I
Yeah.
don't believe this
no,
to
I know.
be true.
But I'm one of my predictions is Beyond Good and Evil 2.
But
will
I would
not
like
be
to
there.
see. I would like to see it. Finally, come on, UB.
I'm
Help me
gonna
out.
I'm gonna jump
I like
to
that.
my
I like that one.
second one, and we'll skip me the next time.
Okay.
Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. It's going to be focused on. They'll show it at the Ubisoft thing and the Nintendo thing. But my prediction is it's going to look way better than it has any right to.
Okay.
There's been so much hate. Everyone's saying this looks like fucking shit. Why would you do this? Why the hell are they combining the Rabbids and Mario? Even I'm like, what the fuck? That doesn't make sense. I think the game's going to be good, and I think that will be clear at E3.
Okay. All right. My number 2. Ubisoft reveals their next UbiArt game from
God.
Ubisoft Montpellier. The game is
Sorry,
coming.
from Ubisoft where?
Montpellier.
Oh, Montpellier.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, yeah.
yeah. Jen got real upset when I pronounced it that way,
Yeah.
so I doubled down. And also, I'm stupid. The game is coming before the fall.
Okay.
I think we're going
Okay.
with the Valiant Hearts route with this one, right?
Right.
Where it's like got announced at E3 and then was out like a month and a half later. And everybody's like, that's fucking rad.
Valiant Hearts 2.
Okay.
We're still in the war.
World War II, man.
Save the
World
dog.
War II. Activision can do it.
Yeah, right.
Ubisoft Montpellier can do it too. Am I up?
Yes.
Assassin's Creed Origins coming out in October.
Duh.
Okay.
Not Assassin's Creed Empire.
So Sorry, Empire.
No, you said it.
You said Origins. You did.
Empire.
The next
Wait a minute.
Assassin's Creed Egypt coming out.
Hold on, isn't it actually Origins?
We don't know.
Didn't
the name I
Ubi
heard.
put out Origins recently? I think that everyone thought it was Empire, and then they on their like financial.
I
call or
can't
whatever.
remember. In the back of my gray
Let's
matter.
look it up.
Origins was the one that I remember.
just did
being
the
called.
story today.
I'm pretty
on
sure
the morning
Origins
show.
is the official title from Ubisoft, and that's out there.
Yo, Tutankhamun, Nile, Assassin's Creed.
Uh-huh.
That's gonna come out in October.
There you go. I'm fucking into it.
I think that's what's gonna happen.
Well, who's the protagonist?
Tutankhamun. I don't know anyone
Well, no,
else from
so
Egypt.
like there's a lot of rumors that it's a female protagonist.
Okay.
Do you think that's true?
No.
No.
As much as I would like it to be true,
Yeah.
I don't think it's true.
Maybe you get to choose your own. Maybe it's a Far Cry. You can choose who you want. I don't know. They've
You haven't gotten to choose your own with Far Cry.
in the new one you can. Right? Far Cry 5?
I haven't heard
I
that.
don't think so.
No.
Really?
I think you can choose
Where
race
did you
and
hear?
gender.
Where did you hear that?
In no, what's it called? Yeah, Far Cry
5.
Far Cry 5?
Far Cry Montana.
No, they haven't said that.
I'm pretty sure they said that.
Wait, who said that?
I don't know. It wasn't your podcast, obviously.
I
but
mean,
it's
we were
someone's.
both at the same pre-3 event.
Yeah, I don't
they
remember-
didn't
yeah,
say
they
that
didn't say
there.
My prediction is that in Far Cry 5. Yeah, I'll throw that one out as well.
Okay.
Then. Yeah. I mean, they'll show it. I think it'll be front and center for Ubisoft. Will be the new Assassin's Creed, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
Assassin's Creed, whatever. Wait, so what's your actual prediction? October is the
Yeah.
prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Very
a pretty.
safe.
Rumor looks like it is his Origins.
Okay.
It is Origins.
It is or a
It
rumor?
is. That is the rumor. Well, that's the rumor.
It's a rumor.
Yeah. They still haven't announced anything anywhere, have they?
I'm, like,
They sent out an
Ubisoft
email
put out
saying,
that
like-
thing that had the Far Cry 5 logo and the.
But it just
No,
said
I'm talking
Assassin's Creed. It didn't say. It didn't
Oh,
have a
really?
subtitle.
That's
Maybe
where
it's just
Origins
called
came from,
Assassin's Creed. They're gonna reset it.
Oh my God, we're going
like
back.
Prey.
though. Origins is such a stupid ass name for it.
Every Assassin's Creed game has had a stupid name.
But Origins at this point, it's like that is the most overused subtitle for a game
Right.
ever. Fucking, what are we gonna call it? Next one, Assassin's Creed Legacy. Like,
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
That's why when you said Origins, I actually did rethink that maybe it has already come out because there have been so many Origins games.
May's screenshot link was accompanied by news the game may be called Assassin's Creed Origin. An earlier report pointed to an Egyptian setting and a title, Assassin's Creed Empire. That appears to have since changed. This is GameSpot.com.
Okay.
You ever heard of them?
Yeah, they're great.
Now look up Far Cry 5 female protagonist.
Here's my second prediction. BioWare Edmonton has been working on a new IP, codenamed Dylan. We will find out the true name of this IP, and we will see a teaser trailer.
That's a goodie. That's a goodie. I like that.
EA is always interesting.
Yes.
They're fucking unpredictable. There's certain things that
They're
are very
also-
predictable.
yes, they
There'll be
are-
some mobile
they're
bullshit.
the most
There'll be a lot of
predictable.
sports and
Yeah.
weird celebrity
Let
cameos.
me tell you about soccer.
Yeah, for way too long.
I mean, obviously,
No, not
sports
long
is
enough.
going
Let's
to
bring
dominate
Pele
their,
over.
their conference, as will Star Wars, but I think we'll get a teaser. I don't think EA Play will have anything from BioWare at it. I think, though, that this team has been working on this for a long time, and it's time to maybe plant a seed about what it is
Okay.
before it leaks.
Yeah. So staying in the EA world, my prediction is we will see a trailer of one of the single player Star Wars games coming out that's not Battlefront. So either
Oh,
Amy Hennig
okay.
or the Respawn one.
Yeah. I feel like the Amy Hennig one.
Is
Yeah.
more sense because
Yeah,
Respawn
Respawn is-
sounds way out there.
Kotaku?
What?
Kotaku.
You say Kotaku.
Kotaku.com, Steven Totillo, and his article about Far Cry 5, and then his bullet point information. In the change for the series, you can choose to play as a man or a woman and pick your skin color. You're a junior deputy on the
You
police
got one of the
force.
predictions right.
Though how you wound up in Hope County is a secret. So yeah,
There you go.
I think I got that from somebody else's article of like this is an announcement. Steven asked the question, so I think it might have been afterwards in an interview he followed
Right.
up with it. Because the presentation we saw never made a reference to that.
Why would you not put that in your
Right.
presentation after how much flack Ubisoft has been getting
Yeah,
about
right.
not having any female characters?
Gamergate. Hide it. Don't let them come for you.
Let him come.
I was joking. My third prediction. This is a blanket one, but I feel it. I feel it in my balls, Tim.
Uh-huh.
This is the year one of these companies announces The Rock is in their video game.
What?
Yes, The Rock is in the video game world. It's happening. The Rock is voicing a character in some EA Ubisoft game, not Bethesda.
So he's not himself in a video game.
No, he's playing. He's a character. He's playing somebody in this game.
I can't see it.
That's a bombshell announcement.
My thing is, if it was anybody, it'd be Call of Duty. You know, like what franchise would actually get The Rock?
He just did Moana. Come on, it's
Yeah,
not
you know
about
how
the
much-
franchise.
Yeah, but
it's
do you know how
about
much
EA.
money Disney has? Disney has a lot of money.
Yeah, this guy's going to be
He's-
president someday.
he's
He can't
big
do it.
EA's
Red
got
Dead.
a lot of money.
There you go.
Let's
I know.
launch a new franchise. Let's do something cool, and The Rock will be the star of the game. It's not that crazy.
I mean, I can see him being down and him wanting to do it, but it would have to be a Rockstar game or a Call of Duty
Rockstar game.
No, Rockstar
Rockstar goes for unknowns,
Rockstar,
yeah.
doesn't use like A-list talent.
With
Yeah,
the
but
exception of
I don't
Ray
think
Liotta.
Rock's gonna be
Shout out to
he
Ray
wouldn't be
Liotta.
the main dude. He would just be the fucking there.
All right, I'm just letting you know.
All right.
Don't you all be crying come
Okay.
Monday afternoon when all
Yeah.
the third parties have happened. It turns out The Rock's in all the games.
Okay,
Every game.
Danny.
Oh God. Okay, I've gone too obvious with some of these ones, so I better mix it up a little bit. All right, so we know there's no new Battlefield game coming out this year. They haven't said anything about what they're doing next, right? They haven't said. We don't know what's going on past
No.
Battlefield
No.
1. So either they go Battlefield 1, and then they do World War 2 the next time around. But then that seems a little bit weird for them to do it right after Call of Duty goes back to the trenches. So, do I put my hat on Battlefield? Yeah, I'm gonna say they announced a new Battlefield, and it's either gonna be World War II or 2142.
Got it.
21.
But do you really think they're going to talk
fighting
about
aliens?
Battlefield when they have Battlefront coming this year? Like, I feel like Battlefield.
It's not gonna
would be
come out
more-
this year.
Yeah, but I feel like it's more of like an announce it next year for release at the end
Yeah,
of the
I'm
year
with
type
Tim
thing.
here. I don't think they would want to cross the streams, as it were.
Right. I agree, but I'm sticking with it.
All right, I respect that.
He said it. He's sticking with it.
The rest of my list is too obvious.
Yeah.
I'm running out of shit, man.
I've got an EA prediction
Pelly.
that I hope no one has thought of, but once I say it, you're going to be like, oh shit, yeah. Sims 4 on console.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh, that's a good
They did it with The
one.
Sims 3.
Yeah.
Only makes sense. It had a great run on PC. Bring it to PS4 and Xbox One and to Switch.
Sims 4. That's a very safe bet.
So that was one of the ones that's been brought down to Redwood, right? Because Maxis is shut down. So that's been operating there for a while.
Redwood Shores, yeah.
I feel like I've seen a bunch of people who work at that studio leave over the past year. I'm not sure. In my head, that's what was happening.
Well, they go home at night. They come back home.
That'd be cool.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that they're bringing lots of new content,
Right.
but I think it makes sense for them to port this to
Sure.
console.
Hell yeah.
It's a hugely popular franchise for EA. Like, why would you not bring this to console?
You think Switch?
Yes, I do.
That'd
No
be cool.
way.
I would
Really?
be totally into that. That'd be cool.
I mean,
I think they'd love to. I just don't think it can
Yeah.
run it.
you don't think so?
Yeah.
It's just little people.
I know. You'd be surprised. But I remember playing every time I play The Sims on a console, I'm like, oh, this ain't running as good as it should be, let alone the Switch.
All right.
We'll see.
We shall
That's a good one.
see.
I like that.
We'll see Saturday.
Oh, it's not this
you.
Saturday. I got
No.
so
No,
scared.
don't worry.
I was
This Saturday, you
wait
have to do a
minute.
live event for 1,200
Yeah.
people. No big deal.
Let's see. The last one I got that hasn't already been used is Ubisoft. You know, they've been releasing a lot of games. We know a lot of what they got coming, but they like to announce games at E3. Like, there's usually some surprise or some new announcement. I think it's time for Splinter Cell.
Oh my God.
Because the get hyped thing for me would be Prince of Persia, but that's not happening, especially with Assassin's Creed in
Yes.
Egypt. Like,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
But Splinter Cell.
Oh, that's a really good one.
Splinter Cell, that's a good one. I like that one.
It's Michael Irons.
They do need some Tom Clancy coming.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and I feel like it's time for Splinter Cell to come back because we've seen so much of the other stuff over the last couple of years. And like, when was the last Splinter Cell game? Because there was a while where
Double Agent.
there was way too many of them.
Right.
Like, I feel like every
360.
year they were coming out.
There wasn't one on Xbox One. Right? 360 was a double.
Yeah, there was no Xbox One.
It was
Now I
really
need to-
good
now
as
I
well.
need to
It was-
look this
I'm
up.
trying to think what. Gosh, yeah, that's a really good shout actually.
No, I don't think it was that long ago.
Really? It must have been.
Oh, did they release that? Oh, they released that one that didn't have the main guy in it. Remember, they released the weird one that came out. It was like barely Splinter Cell. The
Last
Splinter
one I played
Cell.
was Chaos
Blacklist.
Theory.
Blacklist, yeah.
When was that?
Because they changed. What's the name of Splinter Cell guy again?
2012.
Sam Fisher.
Sam Fisher.
No,
Wasn't Sam Fisher.
2013. Hold on, let me look.
Well, I mean, either way, that's a long time
Daryl
ago.
Fisher. Did they change the character?
Yeah.
That is long.
August 2013.
Yeah. That's I think it's time.
And it went down. It was like Mirror's Edge Catalyst. It was like it was not the return that everyone wanted.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a really good shout. I like
Cool.
that one. Yeah.
Is this final one?
Fucking hope so.
No, I thought we had 2 more, don't we?
Fuck, I really hope not.
We do have 2 more.
Can we expand this outside of
These
EA and
these 3 pubs.
yeah? That's
I mean,
so you mean outside? So you mean getting outside of press conferences, just at the show?
Yeah.
Huh?
Sure.
It's a game changer.
Well, I have one more Bethesda prediction. But go ahead, Greg.
Well, no, I like where you're going with this because my last I have 1 week prediction you'd make fun of me for, and then one prediction that I know won't happen, but
You're
I
out of
wrote it
stuff.
down. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm gonna still shout it out. I don't think this is happening. It's a Dream World thing. All right. EA opens with Star Wars Battlefront 2 and closes with the visceral / Amy Hennig Star Wars game. But I don't think they'll double dip on Star Wars that
Right.
way. I think
A
they'll be
spit
like
roast.
Battlefront. Battlefront is what you want to talk about. Yeah, spit
right.
roast. Yeah. But that'd be cool if it did. So that's a prediction. There you go.
Okay. This is like a prediction I don't want to happen. But looking at Bethesda's in like a real weird spot because I feel like Doom 2 is a no-brainer, but they won't talk about it this year. I bet that's like super early, but I think that's a no-brainer for them. Todd Howard's team, whatever they're working on, they like to do the whole, yo, it's coming out in 3 months time thing, which I guess they sort of popularize it again. I don't necessarily think that's going to happen either.
That was they just did that for Fallout 4. I mean, when
right.
they originally announced the Elder Scrolls 5, like
yeah, Skyrim
they announced that
yeah.
way out in advance.
VGAs. Yeah, that
Was
was
it?
Game
Yeah.
Awards too.
So I don't think it's those, but what they're going to end up leaning on a lot is like stuff we already know about. One of those is Quake Champions, and I don't think that's been announced for consoles. They've said it's PC only. I think after playing a bunch of the beta that they could get away with bringing it on the console. And I think that
Tim Willits was like, "No way."
I know.
He told me it's not coming to console unless there's some kind of
lied to you.
crazy shift. Like he was like, "This game cannot run on console." But okay.
Well then.
But maybe the shareholders are like, "Well, Tim, you might think that, but it's gonna come out on console."
I'm scraping that barrel. I'm trying my best.
My prediction for Bethesda is no Elder Scrolls 6. Instead, we will hear about ESO and Legends, their MMO and their card game. But we will
Rumors-
not hear about the next installment of the Elder Scrolls.
There's been rumors of an anniversary edition of Morrowind.
Oblivion? Of Morrowind. God.
Well, I mean, they released the Morrowind expansion for ESO,
Right.
right? That's out now, I'm pretty sure. Pretty
Is it
sure.
coming out usually, yeah.
Let me double check.
Elder Scrolls Online's doing really well for them. I feel like that's the same case. I feel it's weird. This E3 to me feels like a holding pattern for loads of people. Like Microsoft's going to concentrate on the hardware stuff. Sony's already had a really good year and they're going to double down on their game stuff. The Switch is building. Like a lot of the really exciting stuff.
June 6th.
Okay.
It comes out.
Sorry, we're playing special delivery.
Like there's so much more stuff that's going to come out from the third party section. I feel the same way about like something like Cyberpunk, where
Yeah.
in the same way that like ESO is really big for them, like this is the year for Gwent and it's also the 10-year anniversary of Witcher this year. So I feel like they're just going to sit on that. And then next year we're going to get that big announcement. I feel like Bethesda's in the same spot like that. So that sounds like, yeah, maybe Morrowind.
So I'm all done with predictions for the conferences. I don't got any. But so for jumping into just third party in general, Konami.
Oh, yeah.
This is one I wrote down. Yeah.
Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen it for so long. I think that it'll be here.
Did we see it?
We just saw that
Like,
trailer.
The whole
Yeah.
Gamescom thing. I think it'll be there.
If it's not, then
Yeah, I don't know.
really, that's something to worry
The crazy thing for that Konami could do would be Castlevania, but I don't think that they would. There's a Netflix series out. People are hyped about that,
Yeah.
but like people just don't like Konami. I don't know.
I don't
can
think
see
they're
them
interested
not-
in making.
Well,
Yeah.
they're on the E3 exhibitor list, so they have space.
What else would they have?
at E3? I mean,
What,
obviously
Prohibition?
they have. Yeah, well, they have Pez, so yeah. So I think we have to see something from them.
Yeah.
From Metal Gear. Yeah.
Yeah, Metal Gear Survive then. I'm so interested in that game. Like I know like there's so much hate going on for it for obvious reasons, but I mean the system of Metal Gear Solid 5 is so good, and just imagining like playing more of that in multiplayer, like I think the game could be fun. Having said that, fuck the whole situation.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think if they're ever going to talk about a game, it's going to be that. I don't think they're going to go down the route of like so much of that game with its architecture and the engine and everything. I mean, they even use that engine in Pro Evolution now as well. Like a lot of that work has been done, and it's a really strong foundation. So like it's kind of easier for them to go down the path of doing that spin-off than it is for them to tackle an IP like Castlevania all over.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna piggyback off that.
Okay.
But I'll tell you my bullshit fifth one because I was just like on the press conferences. I said, Ubi's going to make a big deal about its new logo.
Oh, God, it's awful.
I do believe they're going to be up there and they're going to give you the whole press conference thing of like, well, what we're doing is it means that blah, 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 and like that. But here's my thing. I think that, I think Metal Gear, I thought it, whatever. Metal Gear Survive, I just assumed it's going to be there. IGN's article is the same way of like, we assume it's going to be there. So whatever. It's going to be there. And I think it's going to actually be good. I think people are going to come back and be like, "Oh, it was actually fun. Fuck, what do we do?" Because we hate Konami, but this game was good.
Yeah.
I think that game was getting railroaded a little bit hard, even based on what they showed. People are just pissed, and rightly so. But people making that game aren't the people who fired Hideo Kojima either. So, I think I could imagine being on that team and trying to make a really good job of that.
Yeah.
If your back's up against the wall.
You have any more predictions?
Fuck no.
Do you?
I think we'll see Matt and Trey on stage at Ubisoft.
Oh, you
Whoa!
think? That's dangerous.
What do you mean?
Because it slipped so many times.
No, but they have. Okay, I know that they've had a
they've already
hard
put a new
release
date
date
on it,
before. They have its new release date is October 17th, this fall. I think Ubisoft loves having celebrities on their E3 stage.
True.
I think they've kind of realized that, hey, we shouldn't waste our money booking a big musical act for Just Dance because the audience at E3 could give two fucks.
Do you think they realize that?
No, they do, because last year they didn't. They had like the crazy clown
Was
color.
Jason Derulo there, though?
No, he was the year before. So last
year was the brilliant Ubisoft conference
With the
of,
giraffe
hey,
and shit?
here's some gameplay.
Yeah.
Sit down and talk to me about it. All right, here's some more. What are you fucking doing? Choose
Ubisoft's
one.
conference last year
Horrible.
sucked.
Yeah, it was weird. I wouldn't say it sucked.
It was long.
It was too long, and it was. I mean, I think that there was just too much awkwardness, and now they're like double downing on the awkwardness is like something that they want in their conference, and I think that that's the wrong move. I think they need to get away from that and go back to cool, making it cool. I love having the musical guests there, but I was always the only one like out of my seat and dancing because all these like jaded journalists who are like, this is like the third conference.
You and Hip Hop Gamer. Just
No, Sony's his thing. I think that they need to get their celebrity on stage in another way, and obviously, South Park is huge for them, and the community loves South Park. The first game did really well for them, and we're going to see them on stage.
Yeah,
it's Los Angeles. They're already there.
Yeah, that's a solid bet. I like
is
that.
Eichstätter hosting this year? Do we know?
That's what I was looking
Probably.
for. No confirmation.
Right.
Yeah, is what I've been able to
assume
dig
so.
up. Even though, or really, if I'm being honest, asshole fucking article from IGN India about it. The fucking
IGN,
seven embarrassing occurrences to expect at E3 2017. Number one is Aisha Tyler, at least the first one they list. Look, we love Aisha Tyler in Archer. When she's being interviewed, she comes across as a goofy, nerdy, and pretty chill person. On stage as a host at Ubisoft's E3 pressers, she's arguably the worst thing imaginable.
That's
I disagree.
What?
I
Fuck
disagree.
you.
I disagree entirely.
Mr. Caffeine.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
my
I know.
God.
There's a million worse fucking presenters
Yeah.
I can think of. Like Aisha rolls with the punches and actually knows what she's talking about. Now,
And she
granted, friend
kind
of
of
the
talks
show,
shit
so I'm
about it
getting.
too. Like,
Yeah.
that's.
I just don't
garbage.
want them to build the awkward in, like how she sat down with that random
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
in
That was
the
awful.
audience, and like we don't need any of that. Just like show us the games. You have a really cool slate of games coming up.
That was what we
You
talked
know,
about
like,
last year. Is
focus on
the games were good. They were just presented so
The
poorly and
announcements
so
were
long.
great.
Yeah.
What was being said was great. It just took so long to do it, and like when they did the bridge crew thing and came back out and
Yeah,
did
yeah,
it again, it's like, oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Okay, I've maybe got one in
for
there.
it.
Just talking about Ubisoft, and do we think of all they get dragged into? Maybe not dragged into. They put themselves into interesting forms of like debate around representation and culture in games, right? Do you think they come out and actually address any of the Far Cry 5 stuff like
No.
directly in any sort of way?
No.
In E3 interviews,
Not
sure.
not
on, not
worth
on
it?
stage.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe on like the IGN stage or the GameSpot
Right.
stage or like Keeley's stage or whatever, right? Like they might have that actual conversation about it. But there's no way that they're doing it at a press conference.
They don't have to.
No, why
right
would
now.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Any final statements?
Kingdom Hearts 3 will not be shown at E3.
Dude, they've shown it so much at E3 in a way that doesn't make fucking sense. Like, why? Why do they keep showing it? Just fucking make it, please. Thank you guys for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. Let us know in the comments what you think is going to happen at E3 2017. You can watch our Twitch stream, twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. Watch all the stuff VOD on YouTube. It's going to be a fun time. Thank you guys. You can find them again at What's Good Games and at NoClip, which is patreon.com/Danny O'Dwyer.
All right.
He learns.
Nice work.
Till next time. I love you.
Patapon.
What's up, guys? That was fun. If you want more Kind of Funny games, click there to subscribe. If you want other stuff, you can click there to subscribe to youtube.com/kindoffunny. You can support us on Patreon right there. And over here, if you click on this, you'll have to find out what happens. Is it Kevin's little belly button? It's not. I was going to say butthole.